Welcome, everybody. How are you guys doing tonight? Hey, Katrina. I hope everybody is doing great. For some reason, YouTube is having, or was having some issues, and even though I said start streaming, it took a while to get going there. But here I am. How is everybody's weekend going? Uh-oh. What happened, Katrina? Okay. So we are going to be starting in Exodus chapter 23 today. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for people to have a chance to get here before I start. My schedule is completely flipped upside down again. So I was up into the day and then slept until about 7 in the evening tonight. So I will be up all night, which is good because then I can get to church in the morning. Oh, I'm glad. You probably needed the time. I don't have coffee yet, but I probably will be getting some because I only I only slept probably 5 or 6 hours. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Again, we will be starting in Exodus chapter 23. Looks like we have quite a few people joining in the vertical stream. Welcome. Ah, I'm yawning all of a sudden. It was very odd because I send my kids reels all the time on Facebook, and I went to send one to my eldest son, Kenneth, and his picture was not a picture, so I was like, that's weird. It's like when there's not a picture on the account. So I went to see what was going on and couldn't find him anywhere. So he had some issues with his account. Hey, Carla, how are you? Your sister was messaging me earlier. We're friends on Discord now. It was right before I was starting the stream and everything, so I'm not sure if she has messaged me since, but I'm so glad you invited her to join us. Yes, the one and only Carla. How is your weekend going, Carla? And how are you feeling? I postponed the members only stream the other day because you weren't feeling well, and then I saw you were active a little bit later. So let me know when is a good time to do that. And for that, we'll be playing trivia, and I'll just read whatever you guys want to hear. Okay, so Exodus chapter 23. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, hi, two-time Spawn Lord. Two-time your Spawn Lord. That must be a video game reference, huh? Welcome, Cassidy. How are you guys doing tonight? Thessalonians 3:3. I'm going to pull that up. Okay. Hi, Coda Bear. Did you lose your grandma, honey? Okay, so let's read the whole chapter. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I lost mine a couple years back, and I know it's hard. Give me just a moment, and I will pray for you. Do you want me to just call you Coda, or is there a name you'd like me to call you for prayer? Okay, I'm getting Thessalonians. I'll read it in context, which starts at the beginning. Let's see. Is it First Thessalonians, I assume? Okay. Father God, I lift Coda up before you tonight, and I ask that you just wrap your loving arms around our friend here, Lord, and give them peace through their grief. And just love them through it, Lord. And thank you that Coda has found us, and help us to love on them as well. In Jesus' name, amen. Second, okay. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful, and he will strengthen and protect you from the evil one. Yes, and amen. And that actually goes with the prayer for Coda, too. Oh, that's good news. That's good news, Carla. I'm glad you don't. Okay. More people have come in, so I'm going to say, I say this a lot, but it's because I want to make sure anybody who needs prayer hears it. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I would be more than happy to lift you up. Yeah, Carla. Maranatha for sure. And I am going to go ahead and start reading Exodus chapter 23. For those in the vertical stream, if my fan is too distracting for you, you can hop over into the other stream. And actually, I'm going to grab the link and pop it there, because there is background music and there's also a noise gate, so you won't hear it. All right. Exodus 23. And you shall not bear a false report. Do not join your hand with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. You shall not follow the masses in doing evil, nor shall you testify in a dispute so as to turn aside after a multitude in order to pervert justice. Nor shall you be partial to a poor man in his dispute. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey wandering away, you shall surely return it to him. If you see the donkey of one who hates you lying helpless under its load, you shall refrain from leaving it to him. You shall surely release it with him. You shall not pervert the justice due to your needy brother in his dispute. Keep far from a false charge, and do not kill the innocent or the righteous, for I will not acquit the guilty. You shall not take a bribe, for a bribe blinds the clear-sighted and subverts the cause of the just. You shall not oppress a stranger, since you yourselves know the feelings of a stranger, for you also were strangers in the land of Egypt. Yes. Thank you, Carla, for letting me know. I will for sure turn it down. I tested it beforehand, but you never know how it sounds for everybody else, you know? How is that? Let me know. And I can always turn it down a little bit more, or... Yeah, I think my noise gate also tends to snip off ends of words, so it makes me sound a little strange sometimes as well. But how is that? Oh, it's the same. Okay, I'll turn it down even more. Okay. I'll turn me up slightly. Okay, now tell me how it is at this point. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me check the mic and make sure. Oh, it is great. Okay. Oh, you know what? I think my mic might be set to a bad level. But if that's good, we'll go ahead and just leave it. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, don't hesitate to ask. We are in Exodus chapter 23. Excuse me. You shall sow your land for 6 years and gather in its yield, but on the 7th year you shall let it rest and lie fallow, so that the needy of your people may eat, and whatever they leave the beast of the field may eat. You are to do the same with your vineyard and your olive grove. 6 days you are to do your work, but on the 7th day you shall cease from labor, so that your ox and your donkey may rest, and the son of your female slave, as well as your stranger, may refresh themselves. Now concerning everything which I have said to you, be on your guard, and do not mention the name of other gods, nor let them be heard from your mouth. 3 times a year you shall celebrate a feast to me. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days you are to eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, at the appointed time in the month Abib. For in it you came out of Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty-handed. Also you shall observe the feast of the harvest of the first fruits of your labors, from what you sow in the field. Also the feast of the ingathering at the end of the year, when you gather in the fruit of your labors from the field. 3 times a year all your males shall appear before the Lord God. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, nor is the fat of my feast to remain overnight until morning. You shall bring the choice first fruits of your soil into the house of the Lord your God. You are not to boil a young goat in the milk of its mother. Behold, I am going to send an angel before you to guard you along the way and to bring you into the place which I have prepared. Be on your guard before him and obey his voice. Do not be rebellious toward him, for he will not pardon your transgression, since my name is in him. But if you truly obey his voice and do all that I say, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. For my angel will go before you and bring you into the land of the Amorites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will completely destroy them. You shall not worship their gods, nor serve them, nor do according to their deeds, but you shall utterly overthrow them and break their sacred pillars in pieces. But you shall serve the Lord your God, and he will bless your bread and your water, and I will remove sickness from your midst. There shall be no one miscarrying or barren in your land. I will fulfill the number of your days. I will send my terror ahead of you and throw into confusion all the people among whom you come, and I will make all your enemies turn their backs to you. I will send hornets ahead of you so that they will drive out the Hivite, the Canaanites, and the Hittites before you. I will not drive them out before you in a single year, that the land may not become desolate and the beasts of the field become too numerous for you. I will drive them out before you little by little until you become fruitful and take possession of the land. I will fix your boundary from the Red Sea to the Sea of the Philistines and from the wilderness to the river Euphrates, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and you will drive them out before you. You shall make no covenant with them or with their gods. They shall not live in your land, because they will make you sin against me. If you serve their gods, it will surely be a snare to you. And that was Exodus chapter 23. Oh, you're welcome, Carla. I mean, nobody wants to sit in a stream they can't hear in, you know. And I appreciate somebody letting me know if it doesn't sound right, because a lot of people won't speak up. They'll just leave. And if they want to hear the word of God, I want to make it hearable, right? And comfortable to hear. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And I truly, truly mean that. And the other night we had somebody come in and say, I would like prayer, but I don't have any money for it. And I was confused. And then I realized they thought that like they would have to pay me for prayer. So I don't know if somebody had said that to them in another stream, but of course I want to stress that prayer is always free, and I am always happy to pray for you, for anybody who needs it. Rebel, how are you tonight? I'm glad to see you. Oh, you know what? I need to edit. That still says movie night on the on the little Discord thing. Although I would like to make that a thing. It's just that I don't have it planned right now, so I'm going to take it off of there. Okay. There. Yeah, that was, oh man. Carla, I saw you dipped out. I know you fell asleep, but you said you couldn't watch it, and I felt that same way. Oh my goodness. I literally, there was a couple times I grabbed my head, you know, a couple times I had like my thumbs in my ears and covering my face, and then I had to get up and walk to the door a couple times just to, because when I see videos or in person or anything, somebody else fall, my body jolts like it was me and it hurts. So it was physically stressful to watch that movie, and then knowing that that is what, you know, a representation of what our Savior went through for us. It's just, wow. It is. It is very, very hard to watch. The world is on fire, Rebel. Yeah, that's true. This world is on fire. Oh man, that song. Now it's going to be stuck in my head. Yeah, that was my first time seeing it. For those who weren't there, we watched The Passion of the Christ on Discord yesterday. And it was, wow, very, very intense. Welcome to those just coming in. If you need prayer, don't hesitate to ask. And we're about to dig into Exodus chapter 24. How's everybody doing tonight? Excuse me. I'm going to take a drink. Oh, I never took out my Bible, did I? Okay. Then he said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and you shall worship at a distance. Moses alone, however, shall come near to the Lord." Excuse me. "But they shall not come near, nor shall the people come up with him." Then Moses came and recounted to the people all the words of the Lord and all the ordinances, and all the people answered with one voice and said, "All the words which the Lord has spoken, we will do." Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord. Then he arose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain with 12 pillars for the 12 tribes of Israel. He sent, he sent young men of the sons of Israel, and they offered burnt offerings and sacrificed young bulls as peace offerings to the Lord. Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and the other half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it in the hearing of the people, and they said, "All that the Lord has spoken we will do, and we will be obedient." So Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, "Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words." Then Moses went up with Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and they saw the God of Israel, and under his feet there appeared to be a pavement of sapphire, as clear as the sky itself. Yet he did not stretch out his hand against the nobles of the sons of Israel, and they saw God, and they ate and drank. Now the Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain and remain there, and I will give you the stone tablets with the law and the commandment which I have written for their instruction." So Moses arose with Joshua his servant, and Moses went up to the mountain of God. But to the elders he said, "Wait here for us until we return to you." And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. Whoever has a legal matter, let him approach them. Then Moses went up to the mountain, and the cloud covered the mountain. The glory of the Lord rested on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. And on the 7th day he called to Moses from the midst of the cloud. And to the eyes of the sons of Israel the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a consuming fire on the mountaintop. Moses entered the midst of the cloud as he went up to the mountain, and Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And that was chapter 24 of Exodus. Okay, give me just a second here. I have to fix something in the stream real quick. For those that are new, I would certainly love it if you would subscribe. And also, a lot of people don't know that if you don't hit the bell and put all notifications or whatever, you won't be notified when I'm live. And if you prefer not to do that, you can also join the Discord, because I usually go over there and let everyone know when I'm going to be live as well. Okay. Give me just one moment while I get this fixed. And of course, if anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you don't want me to pray out loud for you, or you don't want to talk about what it's about, you can just put the praying hands emoji and I will lift you up quietly to myself. The Lord knows your need, and I am more than happy to intercede on your behalf. Okay. Getting this fixed real quick. Okay. Almost done. And I'll check the comments here in just a second as well. Okay. Okay, no comments. I know a lot of people just prefer to listen rather than talk, but if anybody wants to chat, you're welcome to do that. You can ask questions. I'm not an authority on the Bible, but I do love to discuss it. Exodus chapter 25. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Tell the sons of Israel to raise a contribution for me. From every man whose heart moves him, you shall raise my contribution. This is the contribution which you are to raise from them: gold, silver, and bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet material, fine linen, goat hair, ram skins dyed red, porpoise skins, acacia wood, oil for lighting, spices for the anointing oil and for the fragrant incense, onyx stones and setting stones for the ephod and for the breastpiece. Let them construct a sanctuary for me, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I am going to show you, as the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all its furniture, just so you shall construct it. Just so you shall construct it. They shall construct an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, and 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay it with pure gold, inside and out you shall overlay it, and you shall make a gold molding around it. You shall cast 4 gold rings for it, and fasten them on its 4 feet, and 2 rings shall be on one side of it, and 2 rings on the other side of it. You shall make poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with gold. You shall put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark, to carry the ark with them. The poles shall remain in the rings of the ark, they shall not be removed from it. You shall put into the ark the testimony which I shall give you. Doesn't look like Adam's here. It's a little weird, because usually he's the first one in the comments long before I even start the stream. And I kind of got used to that. In the last couple streams I haven't seen him. I hope all is well with him. You shall make a mercy seat of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. You shall make 2 cherubim of gold, make them of hammered work at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Make 1 cherub at one end and 1 cherub at the other end. You shall make the cherubim of one piece, with the mercy seat at its 2 ends. The cherubim shall have their wings spread upward, covering the mercy seat with their wings and facing one another. The faces of the cherubim are to be turned toward the mercy seat. You shall put the mercy seat on top of the ark, and in the ark you shall put the testimony which I will give to you. There I will meet with you, And from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubim which are upon the ark of the testimony, I will speak to you about all that I will give you in commandment for the sons of Israel. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. You shall make a table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long and 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. You shall overlay it with pure gold and make a gold border around it. You shall make for it a rim of a handbreadth around it, and you shall make a gold border for the rim around it. You shall make 4 gold rings for it, and put rings on the 4 corners which are on its 4 feet. The rings shall be close to the rim as holders for the poles to carry the table. You shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, so that with them the table may be carried. You shall make its dishes and its pans and its jars and its bowls with which to pour drink offerings. You shall make them of pure gold. You shall set the bread of the presence on the table before me at all times. Then you shall make a lampstand of pure gold. The lampstand and its base and its shaft are to be made of hammered work. Its cups, its bulbs, and its flowers shall be of one piece with it. 6 branches shall go out from its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand from its one side, and 3 branches of the lampstand from its other side. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Let me get that off of there. Give me just a sec here. Don't be sorry. I appreciate it. Okay. 3 cups shall be shaped like almond blossoms in the one branch, a bulb and a flower, and 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms in the other branch, a bulb and a flower. So for 6 branches going out from the lampstand, and in the lampstand 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, its bulbs and its flowers. A bulb shall be under the first pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the second pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the third pair of branches coming out of it, for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their bulbs and their branches shall be of one piece with it. All of it shall be one piece of hammered work of pure gold. Then you shall make its lamps 7 in number, and they shall mount its lamps so as to shed light on the space in front of it. Its snuffers and their trays shall be of pure gold. It shall be made from a talent of pure gold with all these utensils. See that you make them after the pattern for them, which was shown to you on the mountain. And that was Exodus chapter 25. Excuse me. Goodness. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And we will be getting started in Exodus 26 here in just a moment. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? Are you guys going to church in the morning? Or do you watch church online? We will be going to church in the morning, my oldest son and I, because it's a new church, and I always kind of go test it out before I start taking my kids there. But my oldest, well, he'll be 18 here shortly, so, and he's very grounded in his faith. So he'll be coming with me to see how we like it. And hopefully it goes well, because it's really close to home. And we're really needing a church home after leaving our other one a few weeks ago. We'll be going into Exodus chapter 26. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And I'm going to take a drink real quick, and then we will get going. Yeah, Carla, I think I saved it, but I haven't had a chance to check into that. I definitely need to do that. Okay. Exodus chapter 26. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twisted linen, and blue and purple and scarlet material. You shall make them with cherubim, the work of a skillful workman. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All the curtains shall have the same measurements. 5 curtains shall be joined to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be joined to one another. You shall make loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set, and likewise you shall make them on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the second set. You shall make 50 loops in the one curtain, and you shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is in the second set. The loops shall be opposite each other. You shall make 50 clasps of gold, and join the curtains to one another with the clasps, so that the tabernacle will be a unit. Then you shall make curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. You shall make 11 curtains in all. The length of each curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. The 11 curtains shall have the same measurements. You shall join 5 curtains by themselves, and the other 6 curtains by themselves, and you shall double over the 6th curtain at the front of the tent. You shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the first set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in the second set. You shall make 50 clasps of bronze, and you shall put the clasps into the loops and join the tent together so that it will be a unit. The overlapping part that is left over in the curtains of the tent, the half curtain that is left over, shall lap over the back of the tabernacle. The cubit on one side and the cubit on the other of what is left over in the length of the curtains of the tent shall lap over the sides of the tabernacle on one side and on the other to cover it. You shall make a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red, and a covering of porpoise skins above. Then you shall make the boards of the tabernacle of acacia wood, standing upright. 10 cubits shall be the length of each board, and 1.5 cubits the width of each board. There shall be 2 tenons for each board, fitted to one another. Thus you shall do for all the boards of the tabernacle. You shall make the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side. You shall make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for its 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side, 20 boards, and their 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. For the rear of the tabernacle to the west, you shall make 6 boards. You shall make 2 boards for the corners of the tabernacle at the rear. They shall be double beneath, and together they shall be complete to its top. To its top for the first okay. To its top to the first ring. Thus it shall be with both of them. They shall form the 2 corners. There shall be 8 boards with their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board and 2 sockets under another board. Then you shall make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the rear side to the west. The middle bar in the center of the board shall pass through from end to end. You shall overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold as holders for the bars, and shall overlay the bars with gold. Then you shall erect the tabernacle according to its plan, which you have shown in the mountain. Which you have been shown in the mountain. Oh, you put the schedule. I'm going to take a drink real quick. And actually, I think I'm going to take a decongestant while I'm thinking about it, because as soon as I figure out where it's at, I think it's this one. Nope. I have a whole pharmacy sitting here next to me. Yeah, here we go. I got it. Oh, you didn't have to redact that, Carla. But you could send it in a message as well. That way I'll actually remember. For those just coming in, we are in the middle of Exodus chapter 26. I'm just taking some pills real quick, and then we will continue on. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. Oh my goodness. I just tasted the Guy Fennison. That stuff is disgusting. Ooh. Okay. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh man, I'm never going to get that taste out of my mouth now. When I was swallowing the pill, it did that thing where it kind of goes to the side of your throat. So now it's stuck there. The veil and screen. You shall make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, Carla, what I saw you and Mick were boosting the Discord server. What exactly does that do? If you could let me know. You shall make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen. It shall be made with cherubim, the work of a skillful workman. You shall hang it on 4 pillars of acacia overlaid with gold, their hooks also being of gold, on 4 sockets of silver. You shall hang up the veil under the clasps, and shall bring in the ark of the testimony there within the veil, and the veil shall serve for you as a partition between the holy place and the holy of holies. You shall put the mercy seat on the ark of the testimony in the holy of holies. You shall set the table outside the veil, and the lampstand opposite the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south, and you shall put the table on the north side. You shall make a screen for the doorway of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver. You shall make 5 pillars of acacia for the screen and overlay them with gold, their hooks also being of gold, and you shall cast 5 sockets of bronze for them. And that was Exodus chapter 26. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. How is your weekend going? I would love to get to know you. Feel free to jump in the comments and say hello. Actually, hey Carla, if you're still over there, do you mind putting the invite to Discord in the comments? I would appreciate it. And then I can just copy it over to the other stream comments. Exodus chapter 27. And you shall make the altar of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. You shall make its horns on its 4 corners. Its horns shall be of one piece with it, and you shall overlay it with bronze. You shall make its pails for removing its ashes, and its shovels, and its basins, and its forks, and its fire pans. You shall make all its utensils of bronze. You shall make for it a grating of network of bronze, and on the net you shall make 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. You shall put it beneath... My screen just flipped up. You shall put it beneath under the ledge of the altar, so that the net will reach halfway up the altar. You shall make poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood, and overlay them with bronze. Its poles shall be inserted into the ring, so that the poles shall be on the 2 sides of the altar when it is carried. You shall make it hollow with planks, as it was shown to you in the mountain. So they shall make it. You shall make the court of the tabernacle. On the south side there shall be hangings for the court of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits long for one side, and its pillars shall be 20, with their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. Likewise, for the north side in length there shall be hangings 100 cubits long, and its 20 pillars, with their 20 sockets of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands shall be of silver. For the width of the court on the west side shall be hangings of 50 cubits, with their 10 pillars and their 10 sockets. The width of the court on the east side shall be 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets. And for the other side shall be hangings of... my screen keeps... Okay, shall be hangings of 15 cubits, with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets. For the gate of the court there shall be a screen of 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver, with their 4 pillars and their 4 sockets. All the pillars around the court shall be furnished with silver bands, with their hooks of silver and their sockets of bronze. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the width 50 throughout, and the height 5 cubits of fine twisted linen, and their sockets of bronze. All the utensils of the tabernacle used in all its service, and all its pegs, and all the pegs of the court shall be of bronze. Excuse me. You shall charge the sons of Israel that they bring you clear oil of beaten olives for the light, to make a lamp burn continually. In the tent of meeting, outside the veil which is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall keep it in order from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a perpetual statute throughout their generations for the sons of Israel. And that was Exodus 27. What did you find, Rebel? Okay. Welcome to those just coming in. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. What?
Yep, there's coffee.
There's coffee.
I'm not sure.
Do I need to mute?
I'm not sure if it's compressed. No.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's like compressed down because someone left the heat on or something, or if it's fine. You might need to taste test it.
Okay.
But also I noticed something. I went and smelled it, and I have no idea what it would smell like. But what I did notice it smelled like was like cinnamon and like
The coffee?
it smelled like cinnamon and sweet. So I'm not sure if someone put something dumb in the top or if I've just suddenly become enlightened on like coffee smell.
No, it's Folgers.
Faintly earthy with
No. Here, you wanna...
Yeah.
You could start the chapter if you want, or just chat
Maybe
with
my
people.
brain's just like mixing in the small coffee with that because I just what was it, yesterday I had coffee of that flavor or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yep. Hello, everybody. I am in my birthday suit. Well, technically, I have a towel on, so I'm decent. Just took a shower, only to find out when I was brushing my hair that it was making sounds like it was still soapy, and I that sucks. I literally rinsed it out for so long. Anyway, I shall read. Then bring near to yourself Aaron your brother, and his sons with him, from among the sons of Israel, to minister as priests to me. Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Aaron's sons. You shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother, for glory and beauty. For glory and for beauty, you shall speak to all the skillful persons whom I have endowed with the spirit of wisdom, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him, that he may minister as priest to me. These are the garments which they shall make: a breastpiece. What just happened? Oh, I've never had that happen to me before. I mean, sorry. There's some weird electrical stuff, and I've never been in here when the light got wonky when someone turned on the microwave. These are the garments which they shall make: a breastpiece and an ephod, and a robe and a tunic of checkered work, a turban and a sash, and they shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother. Oh, the lights are back. For Aaron your brother and his sons, that he may minister as priest to me. They shall take the gold and the blue and the purple and the scarlet material and the fine linen. They shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen, the work of the skillful workman. It shall have 2 shoulder pieces joined to its 2 ends, that it may be joined. The skillful woven band which is on it shall be like its workmanship, of the same material, of gold, of blue, and purple and scarlet, material, and fine twisted linen. You shall take 2 onyx stones and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel. 6 of their names on the one stone, and the names of the remaining 6 on the other stone, according to their birth. As a jeweler engraves a signet, you shall engrave the 2 stones according to the names of the sons of Israel. And you shall set them as filigree, settings of gold. You shall put the 2 stones on the shoulder pieces of the ephod, as stones of memorial for the sons of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord on his 2 shoulders for a memorial. You shall make filigree settings of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold. You shall make them of twisted cordage work, and you shall put the corded chains on the filigree settings. You shall make a breastpiece of judgment, the work of a skillful workman. Like the work of the ephod, you shall make it, of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen you shall make it. It shall be square and folded double, a span in length and span in width. You shall mount on it 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth. Let's see. Oh my word. I don't have a beard long enough that it's not, easy to rinse out yet, but I'm trying to grow it out, so I will keep in mind being careful with it. Oh my word, that would suck. Not careful with it, but making sure to rinse it out well. A sapphire and a diamond, and probably being careful with it. And the third row, a jacinth, not sure how to pronounce it. Actually, I should just go look it up. Oh wait, no. I just realized I don't want to show any search history or anything weird like that. Jacinth pronunciation. Jacinth. It is Jacinth.
What?
Well, I was just wondering how to spell jacinth, to pronounce jacinth, because the C in
Jason?
here, it appears to be jacinth.
Well,
Here,
I
let's
call it
let's
Jason.
actually listen to it.
you won't be able to hear it.
No,
They will.
guys, tell us if it's jacinth or jacinth. One more time. All right. You want to
Okay.
go back to it?
Where are you at?
I am ready.
At jacinth, huh?
Did the coffee smell cinnamon?
It did, just ever so slightly.
Yeah. I wonder what caused that. Is it like the coffee itself? It smells like that, or did someone put something down in there?
No, I smelled in the grounds and everything. It didn't smell like that. So, I'm guessing somebody put a little bit of the brown sugar cinnamon flavoring in there.
Yeah. Also, the lights shut off.
Yeah, I know. I had to fix
I've
that.
never been in here when it's happened. It was just like
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Right.
Kind of like jump scared me.
Yeah. Thank you for reading.
You're welcome. If you're wondering what Rebel's talking about, I just took my shower and I was like trying to brush my hair out, only to find out that my hair was still making soapy sounds and it's like totally soapy and I need to rinse it better. And I was talking about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what Rebel's saying.
Love you.
Love you too. I'm gonna go just get you
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh-oh. You don't hear anything, Hugo? Oh, you were talking about him. Hey, I'm glad you're here. The train should be coming around 45 minutes from now. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to hear the pronunciation of jacinth, whatever you want to call it, because it was on the computer. Nobody commented over there about it, so I'm not sure if they heard it either. So I'm going to just back it up a little bit here. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. You shall mount on it 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold filigree. The stones shall be according to the names of the sons of Israel, 12, according to their names. They shall be like the engravings of a seal, each according to his name for the 12 tribes. You shall make on the breastpiece chains of twisted cordage, work in pure gold. You shall make on the breastpiece 2 rings of gold, and shall put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastpiece. You shall put the 2 cords of gold on the 2 rings at the ends of the breastpiece. You shall put the other 2 ends of the 2 cords on the 2 filigree settings, and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front of it. You shall make 2 rings of gold, and shall place them on the 2 ends of the breastpiece, on the edge of it, which is toward the inner side of the ephod. You shall make 2 rings of gold, and put them on the bottom of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, on the front of it, close to the place where it is joined, above the skillfully woven band of the ephod. And hang on just a second, I'm gonna turn on my... Oh my goodness. I had Kenneth read, and he was sitting he was sitting in his towel from the shower, and I just stood back up after sitting there, and my butt is damp. Goodness. Do you believe it, Wheezy? All right. I have to plug in my air purifier because I honestly, listening to my voice, that just my voice is not my favorite thing. So here. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'm getting a cold or if it's allergies or what, but hi, Wheezy. Queenie face, I love you. Okay. I'm going to read through the comments real quick. They're just having a... Hugo said, I went to lay down in my sister's room, and I didn't notice until I got up that I was laying on her wet towel. Yeah. Wait, she set a wet towel on her bed? Oh, goodness. I have a big mug of coffee. Y'all are in for it. I'm up all night. Okay. For those just coming in, God bless you and welcome. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. You know, I couldn't handle that. Luckily, it's not like his towel was soaked, but it definitely is a little damp. They shall bind the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue cord, so that it will be on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and that the breastpiece will not come loose from the ephod. Aaron shall carry the names of the sons of Israel in the breastpiece of judgment over his heart when he enters the holy place, for a memorial before the Lord continually. You shall put in the breastpiece of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be over Aaron's heart when he goes in before the Lord. And Aaron shall carry the judgment of the sons of Israel over his heart before the Lord continually. You shall make the robe of the ephod all of blue. There shall be an opening at its top in the middle of it. Around its opening there shall be a binding of woven work, like the opening of a coat of mail, so that it will not be torn. You shall make on its hem pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet material all around on its hem, and bells of gold between them all around. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate, all around on the hem of the robe. It shall be on Aaron when he ministers, and its tinkling shall be heard when he enters and leaves the holy place before the Lord, so that he will not die. You shall also make a plate of pure gold and shall engrave on it, like the engravings of a seal, holy to the Lord. You shall fasten it on a blue cord, and it shall be on the turban. It shall be at the front of the turban. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall take away the iniquity of the holy things which the sons of Israel consecrate, with regard to all their holy gifts, and it shall always be on his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. You shall weave the tunic of checkered work of fine linen, and shall make a turban of fine linen, and you shall make a sash, the work of a weaver. For Aaron's sons you shall make tunics. You shall also make sashes for them, and you shall make caps for them, for glory and for beauty. You shall put them on Aaron your brother, and on his sons with him, and you shall anoint them and ordain them and consecrate them, that they may serve me as priests. You shall make for them linen breeches to cover their bare flesh. They shall reach from the loins even to the thighs. They shall be on Aaron and on his sons when they enter the tent of meeting, or when they approach the altar to minister in the holy place, so that they do not incur guilt and die. It shall be a statute forever to him and to his descendants after him. And that was chapter 28. So how is everything going for you, Hugo? Are you having a good weekend? And are you going to church tomorrow? Or do you have a church you go to? I know you help with a youth group. Okay. So we will be headed into Exodus 29 here in a moment. Good cup of coffee for sure. Okay. Now this is what you shall do to them to consecrate them to minister as priests to me. Take 1 young bull and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread and unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil. You shall make them of fine wheat flour. You shall put them in 1 basket and present them in the basket along with the bull and the 2 rams. Then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the doorway of the tent of meeting and wash them with water. You shall take the garments and put on Aaron the tunic and the robe of the ephod and the breastplate, and gird him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod, and you shall set the turban on his head and put the holy crown on the turban. Then you shall take the anointing oil and pour it on his head and anoint him. You shall bring his sons and put tunics on them. You shall gird them with sashes, Aaron and his sons, and bind caps on them, and they shall have the priesthood by a perpetual statute. So you shall ordain Aaron and his sons. Then you shall bring the bull before the tent of meeting, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the bull. You shall slaughter the bull before the Lord at the doorway of the tent of meeting. You shall take some of the blood of the bull and put it on the horns of the altar with your finger, and you shall pour out all the blood at the base of the altar. You shall take all the fat that covers the entrails, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and offer them up in smoke on the altar. But the flesh of the bull and its hide and its refuse you shall burn with fire outside the camp. It is a sin offering. Is Katrina still here? Did she fall asleep? Toilet! It's Toilet! How are you? Those just coming in as I yell out Toilet randomly. How's your weekend going? For those just coming in, we are in Exodus chapter 29. Excuse me. Gang, gang. We're a gang now. Or is it more like Scooby-Doo? Hey, gang. Your Discord? Or your actual channel on here? Oh, you just click his name. If you're talking about YouTube, Carla, just go ahead and click his name and then go to channel. But if you're talking on Discord, I'll have to do that. Actually, I can do it here. Yeah, the YouTube is there. That should... Yeah, just click his name. And then go to channel. Excuse me. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. You're welcome. Okay. You shall also take the 1 ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram, and you shall slaughter the ram, and shall take its blood and sprinkle it around on the altar. Then you shall cut the ram into its pieces, and wash its entrails and its legs, and put them into the pieces, and with its pieces and its head. You shall offer up in smoke the whole ram on the altar. It is a burnt offering to the Lord. It is a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. Then you shall take the other ram, and Aaron and his sons shall lay their hands on the head of the ram. You shall slaughter the ram, and take some of its blood, and put it on the lobe of Aaron's right ear, and on the lobes of his sons' right ears, and on the thumbs of their right hands, and on the big toes of their right feet, and sprinkle the rest of the blood around on the altar. Then you shall take some of the blood that is on the altar, and some of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it on Aaron, and on his garments, and on his sons' garments with him. So he and his garments shall be consecrated, as well as his sons and his sons' garments with him. This is kind of cracking me up because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm always seeing people live and they're like not saying blood, not saying, you know, all those kind of words because they're afraid. And I'm just like, blood, entrails, sacrifice. Oh my goodness, 3 ads? Are you able to skip them all? That I don't have any ability to control how many ads you get for sure. I can pick how often they come through, which I do about 30 minutes because that's the max that I can do. And then I can pick if you guys get them all at the same time, which I do, so that everybody's kind of on the same page, right? So to speak. And it's like, oh, you know, you should put it at separate times so that it's, you know, more revenue for you. And I'm like, no, but I don't pick how many you get. Yeah. I'm sorry. I did notice because for a few days, because my paycheck came late, so I wasn't able to pay for my YouTube Premium, and it expired. So for a couple days, I was getting 3 ads at a time too. Do you watch a lot of videos or no? Because I was wondering if I get so many because I don't watch and they're wanting to get me, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let me check. Let me check and make sure. Yeah, here it says I pick the mode, which I pick scheduled, so that it's only, you know, about every half an hour. And then I can pick if I want show ads to viewers at different times to maximize revenue, which I do not have checked, but I don't have any option to pick how many you get. I don't know what the Brave browser is. A coupon for... A coupon for what, Rebel? Yeah, Carla, that when I finally got monetized, that's what it's about. Rather than hoping that people will give me super chats and stuff like that, the browser, or the, sorry, I was reading at the same time. The ads that people would already normally get, I just get a very small little bit of that. So like since I've been, I think it's in about 3 weeks since I've been monetized, and I've made about $9. I mean, it's not a lot, but it is something, you know. some that was going to somebody else already. Why is everybody in trouble? What did I miss? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. We are in Exodus chapter 29, and I am going to carry on. Actually, I'm going to take a drink real quick of my coffee. Okay. Well, if Toilet says you're in trouble, then I'll pray for you. You shall also take the fat from the ram, and the fat tail, and the fat that covers the entrails, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, and the right thigh, for it is a ram of ordination. And 1 cake of bread, and 1 cake of bread mixed with oil, and 1 wafer from the basket of unleavened bread, which is set before the Lord. And you shall put all these in the hands of Aaron in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them as a wave offering before the Lord. You shall take them from their hands and offer them up in smoke on the altar on the burnt offering for a soothing aroma before the Lord. It is an offering by fire to the Lord. So all those that either don't like cooking or aren't good at it or complain about their wife's cooking, when somebody burns something, they're offering it as a soothing aroma to the Lord, right? Oh, toilet spreading false information. Careful, he might flush y'all. Then you shall take the breast of Aaron's ram of ordination and wave it as a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be your portion. You shall consecrate the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the heave offering, which was waved, and which was offered from the ram of ordination, from the one which was for Aaron, and from the one which was for his sons. Goodness. It shall be for Aaron and his sons as their portion forever from the sons of Israel, for it is a heave offering, and it shall be a heave offering from the sons of Israel from the sacrifices of their peace offerings, even their heave offering to the Lord. The holy garments of Aaron shall be for his sons after him, that in them they may be anointed and ordained. For 7 days the one of his sons who is priest in his stead shall put them on when he enters the tent of meeting to minister in the holy place. Ooh, I'm telling Jesus. I actually made a short a while back where it's like a woman climbing up a ladder to heaven. You shall take the ram of ordination and boil its flesh in a holy place. Aaron and his son shall eat the flesh of the ram and the bread that is in the basket at the doorway of the tent of meeting. Thus they shall eat those things by which atonement was made at their ordination and consecration, but a layman shall not eat them because they are holy. If any of the flesh of ordination or any of the bread remains until morning, then you shall burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten because it is holy. Thus you shall do to Aaron and his sons, according to all that I have commanded you. You shall ordain them through 7 days. Each day you shall offer a bull as a sin offering for atonement, and you shall purify the altar when you make atonement for it, and you shall anoint it to consecrate it. For 7 days you shall make atonement for the altar and consecrate it. Then the altar shall be most holy, and whatever touches the altar shall be holy. Now this is what you shall offer on the altar: 2 one-year-old lambs each day continuously. The one lamb you shall offer in the morning, and the other lamb you shall offer at twilight. And there shall be 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with 1/4 of a hin of beaten oil, and 1/4 of a hin of wine for a drink offering with one lamb. The other lamb you shall offer at twilight, and shall offer with it the same grain offering and the same drink offering as in the morning, for a soothing aroma, an offering by fire to the Lord. It shall be a continual burnt offering throughout your generations at the doorway of the tent of meeting before the Lord, where I will meet with you to speak to you there. I will meet there with the sons of Israel, and it shall be consecrated by my glory. I will consecrate the tent of meeting and the altar. I will also consecrate Aaron and his sons to minister as priests to me. I will dwell among the sons of Israel and will be their God. They shall know that I am the Lord their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. And that was chapter 29 of Exodus. Wait just a second here. Okay. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. Okay. I'll fix my hair real quick. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Hugo. I appreciate that so much. So far, it's been pretty chill. So, Exodus chapter 30. Let me take another drink real quick and we will get going. Oh, it looks like an ad is coming up in about a minute. I find that odd because I don't think it's been a half an hour since it said it last time. Hugo, did you have an ad, those 3 ads, was that just a few minutes ago? Or was that in the other stream? Okay, Exodus chapter 30. Moreover, you shall make an altar as a place for burning incense. You shall make it of acacia wood. Wow, then I don't know why I would be giving you another ad. You can skip them, honey. Yeah, it looks like the ad's going right now, so I'll wait for that. I don't know how long they are. They usually like 15 seconds, 10 seconds. I don't know. Its length shall be a cubit, and its width a cubit. It shall be square, and its height shall be 2 cubits. Its horn shall be of one piece with it. You shall overlay it with pure gold, its top and its sides all around, and its horns, and you shall make a gold molding all around for it. You shall make 2 gold rings for it under its molding. You shall make them on its 2 side walls, on opposite sides, and they shall be holders for poles with which to carry it. You shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. You shall put this altar in front of the veil that is near the ark of the testimony, in front of the mercy seat that is over the ark of the testimony, where I will meet with you.
Did you only made a chocolate bowl and a McDonald's bag?
You did?
It was called the Silo Chocolate Bowl.
I didn't hear. Was it delicious?
Yes.
I bet it was.
Do you want to hear the ingredients?
I do.
Butter,
Chocolate,
peanuts,
peanuts. Wow.
peanut butter,
Peanut butter too. Okay.
butter,
More butter? And what else? Was there sugar, or did you already use sweet chocolate to start?
sweet chocolate.
Oh, good. Good move.
And then you chop it all up.
Mm-hmm.
Scoop it in a bowl and put it in the microwave.
You melt it in the microwave. Okay.
For 1 minute.
For a
and
whole
then
minute.
put it in the fridge for 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
And right after the hour, take it out of the fridge and sprinkle some cut up peanuts on it.
Ooh. Was it delicious?
Yes.
Mmm.
We made an ad about it.
Really? Well, that's wonderful. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
We have Rebel, Hugo, Toilet, Carla. Who else? Is anybody else here? I'm not sure anybody else is. But other people are here, but they're not saying. And Hugo says hi, Shiloh. And Rebel sent the butter emoji.
Butter.
Stick of butter. I love you.
Do you wanna make it the recipe with me?
A little bit later. Right now I'm live. Okay. Love you.
I love you.
They sent you some hearts too.
I love you.
Okay. Aaron shall burn fragrant incense on it. He shall burn it every morning when he trims the lamps. When Aaron trims the lamps at twilight, he shall burn incense. There shall be perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. You shall not offer any strange incense on this altar, or burnt offering or meal offering, and you shall not pour out a drink offering on it. Aaron shall make atonement on its horns once a year. He shall make atonement on it with the blood of the sin offering of atonement once a year throughout your generations. It is most holy to the Lord. Oh,
Got it.
Hugo wants to know if you've still been doing beatboxing, which we know you have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear this new beat?
Yes. Here, come over here close so they can hear you.
It's a new beatbox, guys.
Very good. He's got many things to do, you know. He's a little cooker, and
I hit you with the Hugo sword.
oh, the Hugo sword. And he's got lots of superheroes that he is, and all sorts of things. He makes videos, he edits. A man of many talents, this one.
And I make really weird looking cool swords.
Yes, he's got pipe cleaners that he's making little swords out of.
And a cardboard sword
Yes.
that I use to protect you from monsters. at
Yes,
night.
he protects me from monsters in the night with his little.
One time when
Cardboard
you were
sword.
asleep, I pulled an all-nighter to see if the monsters would get you.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
not
I-
afraid of
And
monsters.
then I swing the wound at the one black thing, the one black part of L, and it was like, no.
Oh, and Carla said hi and God bless you to you. Can you say something back?
Bless you too.
Okay. Yes.
Look.
Well, they can't see that, honey. But I like your little sign for your candy. Okay. Wheezy's interested, but she cannot be because it is chocolate. The Lord also spoke to Moses, saying, when you take a census of the sons of Israel to number them, then each one of them shall give a ransom for himself to the Lord, when you number them, so that there will be no plague among them when you number them. This is what everyone who is numbered shall give, half a shekel according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The shekel is 20 gerahs. Half a shekel as a contribution to the Lord. Everyone who is numbered from 20 years old and over shall give the contribution to the Lord. The rich shall not pay more, and the poor shall not pay less than the half shekel when you give the contribution to the Lord, excuse me, to make atonement for yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, baby, I love you. You shall take the atonement money from the sons of Israel and shall give it for the service of the tent of meeting, that it may be a memorial for the sons of Israel before the Lord to make atonement for yourselves. Yes, he is very sweet indeed. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, you shall also make a laver of bronze with its base of bronze for washing, and you shall put it between the tent of meeting and the altar, and you shall put water in it. Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet from it, and when they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water, so that they will not die. Or when they approach the altar to minister by offering up in smoke a fire sacrifice to the Lord. So they shall wash their hands and their feet, so that they will not die. And it shall be a perpetual statute for them, for Aaron and his descendants throughout their generations. Moreover, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take also for yourself the finest of spices, of flowing myrrh, 500 shekels, and of fragrant cinnamon, half as much, 250, and a fragrant cane 250, and a cassia 500 according to the shekel of the sanctuary, and of olive oil a hin. You shall make of these a holy anointing oil, a perfume mixture, the work of a perfumer. It shall be a holy anointing oil. With it you shall anoint the tent of meeting, and the ark of the testimony, and the table and all its utensils, and the lampstand and its utensils, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering, and all its utensils, and the laver in its stand. You shall also consecrate them, that they may be most holy. Whatever touches them shall be holy. You shall anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister as priests to me. You shall speak to the sons of Israel, saying, This shall be a holy anointing oil to me throughout your generations. It shall not be poured on anyone's body, nor shall you make any like it in the same proportions. It is holy. And it shall be holy to you. Whoever shall mix any like it, or whoever puts any of it on a layman, shall be cut off from his people. Oh, is that tonight? Carla, is it Spring Forward tonight? Then the Lord said to Moses, Take for yourself spices, stacta and onycha and galbanum, spices with pure frankincense. There shall be an equal part of each. With it you shall make incense, a perfume, the work of a perfumer, salted, pure, and holy. You shall beat some of it very fine, and put part of it before the testimony in the tent of meeting, where I will meet with you. It shall be most holy to you. Yes, I love you.
Super cool. It's like a lightsaber. I love you a lot.
I love you.
I'm gonna make a silly picture.
Well, that works in my favor since I'm going to be up all night.
Mommy, I'm gonna make a silly picture.
Okay, you're going to make a silly picture. I'm going to take a drink. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. The incense which you shall make, you shall not make in the same proportions for yourselves. It shall be holy to you for the Lord. Whoever shall make any like it to use as a perfume shall be cut off from his people. And that was Exodus chapter 30. Okay, yeah. So we will be stringing forward. Yeah. Yeah, Hugo, you get less sleep. And I have less time staying awake. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, See, I have called by name Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah. I have filled him with the Spirit of God and wisdom, in understanding, in knowledge, and in all kinds of craftsmanship, to make artistic designs for work in gold, and silver, and in bronze, and in the cutting of stones for settings, and in the carving of wood, that he may work in all kinds of craftsmanship. And behold, I myself have appointed with him Oholiab, the son of Ahisamach, it's on my foot,
It's all right.
of the tribe of Dan, and in the hearts of all who are skillful I have put skill, that they may make all that I have commanded you, the tent of meeting, and the ark of testimony, and the mercy seat upon it, and all the furniture of the tent, the table also and its utensils, and the pure gold lampstand with all its utensils, and the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offering also with all its utensils, and the laver in its stand, the woven garments as well. Yes? What about your basket? There's actually a bunch of your clothes in this basket right here, the same one with the towels. So there might be some in there.
I'll check.
Well, I just won't look. Go ahead.
Charlotte, don't look either.
Okay. It's okay. Sunshine's fine, honey. Just let her be. Do what you need to do. Okay. Did I scroll? What did I do? The altar of burnt offering also with all its utensils, and the laver in its stand, the woven garments as well, and the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons with which to carry on their priesthood, the anointing oil also, and the fragrant incense for the holy place. They are to make them according to all that I have commanded you. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, But as for you, speak to the sons of Israel, saying, You shall surely observe my Sabbaths, for this is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that you may know that I am the Lord who sanctifies you. Therefore you are to observe the Sabbath, for it is holy to you. Everyone who profanes it shall surely be put to death, for whoever does any work on it, that person shall be cut off from among his people. Hi, Sunshine. No, I don't want you running over here. Come on. Here, I will pet you. You're not going to pester Wheezy either. If you want, you can go up here to look out the window. There you go. For 6 days work may be done, but on the seventh day there is a Sabbath of complete rest, holy to the Lord. Whoever does any work on the Sabbath day shall surely be put to death. So the sons of Israel shall observe the Sabbath to celebrate the Sabbath throughout their generations as a perpetual covenant. It is a sign between me and the sons of Israel forever. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, but on the seventh day he ceased from labor and was refreshed. Hold on, honey. I have one paragraph left of this chapter, okay? When he had finished speaking with him upon Mount Sinai, he gave Moses the 2 tablets of the testimony, tablets of stone written by the finger of God. Okay. What's up?
This is my Charlie picture.
Let me see. Oh, I see. Okay,
What?
Sunshine, you cannot walk on the phone. You'll end the stream.
What did I cover up, and what does it say?
I don't know.
Tom Friends.
Oh, I see.
And what does it say now?
Nurs? Where? Any? I don't know. What does it say? I see NE at the beginning and an RS at the end. Yes, I definitely prefer the spring forward. So Exodus chapter 32. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you guys would just give me 1 second. Actually, it'll probably be more like 1 minute. I'm going to put my little AFK symbol up here. Okay. Exodus chapter 32. Hello, Sunshine. Are you being very cute? Do you want to lay up there with Wheezy on the pillow? Oh, you want to chase the cursor. Okay. Now when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down from the mountain, it's about to go down. The people assembled about Aaron and said to him, Come, make us a god who will go before us. As for this Moses, the man who brought us up from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. Sure you do. Hey, no, don't step on the phone. Aaron said to them, Tear off the gold rings which are in the ears of your wives, your sons and your daughters, and bring them to me. Then all... No, back up. Look, here's the cursor. I'll keep it low. Then all the people tore off the gold rings which were in their ears and brought them to Aaron. He took them from their hand and fashioned it into a graving tool and made it into a molten calf. And they said, This is your God, O Israel. who brought you up from the land of Egypt. Now when Aaron saw this, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made a proclamation and said, "Tomorrow shall be a feast to the Lord." So the next day they rose early and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, "Go down at once, for your people, whom you brought up from the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made for themselves a molten calf, and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed to it, and said, 'This is your God, O Israel, who brought you up from the land of Egypt.'" Like, what a big old smack in the face. Okay, Carla. Love you. I'm so glad you were here. And I hope you continue. Hey, kitten. No. Continue to feel better. Sorry, my cat just hit the phone and I gotta fix that. Why will it not? Here we go. Kitten, keep to yourself. Let's see, I cherish you all and pray numbers. Yes, thank you. I hope you continue to feel better. Sunshine behavior, you're going to have to go out. Okay. The Lord said to Moses, "I have seen this people, and behold, they are an obstinate people. Now then, let me alone, that my anger may burn against them, and that I may destroy them, and I will make of you a great nation." Then Moses entreated the Lord, "Back away." Okay, kitten. No, lay down. Then Moses entreated the Lord his God and said, "O Lord, why does your anger burn against your people, whom you have brought out from the land of Egypt?" No, you will not claw my fingers. Okay. Shiloh or Kenny, anybody take this?
I was turning on the microwave and then I realized.
Oh yeah, I'm not plugged in. I'm not plugged in. Okay. It's just wild to me that Moses is like, "Why does your anger burn against them? Isn't it obvious, son?" You have brought out from... Okay, so... "O Lord, why does your anger burn against your people, whom you have brought out from the land of Egypt with great power and with a mighty hand? Why should the Egyptians speak, saying, 'With evil intent he brought them out to kill them in the mountains and to destroy them from the face of the earth'? Turn from your burning anger and change your mind about doing harm to your people. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, your servants, to whom you swore by yourself, and said to them, 'I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heavens, and all this land of which I have spoken I will give to your descendants, and they shall inherit it forever.' So the Lord changed his mind about the harm which he said he would do to his people. Then Moses turned and went down from the mountain with the 2 tablets of the testimony in his hand, tablets which were written on both sides. They were written on one side and on the other. The tablets were God's work, and the writing was God's writing engraved on the tablets. Now when Joshua heard the sound of the people as they shouted, he said to Moses, 'There is a sound of war in the camp.' But he said, 'It is not the sound of the cry of triumph, nor is it the sound of the cry of defeat, but the sound of singing I hear.' It came about as soon as Moses came near the camp that he saw the calf and the dancing, and Moses' anger burned. And he threw the tablets from his hands and shattered them at the foot of the mountain. He took the calf which they had made and burned it with fire, and ground it to powder, and scattered it over the surface of the water, and made the sons of Israel drink it." What's wrong, Weezy? I know, you can't believe it either. You okay? My poor kitten. She has night terrors, I think. Then Moses said to Aaron, "What did this people do to you, that you have brought such great sin upon them?" Aaron said, "Do not let the anger of my Lord burn. You know the people yourself, that they are prone to evil. For they said to me, 'Make a god for us who will go before us.' For this Moses, the man who brought us up from the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him. I said to them, 'Whoever has any gold, let them tear it off.' So they gave it to me, and I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf." Now when Moses saw that the people were out of control, for Aaron had let them get out of control to be a derision among their enemies, then Moses stood in the gate of the camp and said, "Whoever is for the Lord, come to me." And all of the sons of Levi gathered together to him. He said to them, "Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, every man of you put his sword upon his thigh and go back and forth from gate to gate in the camp and kill every man his brother and every man his friend and every man his neighbor." So the sons of Levi did as Moses instructed, and about 3,000 men of the people fell that day. Then Moses said, "Dedicate yourselves today to the Lord, for every man has been against his son and against his brother, in order that he may bestow a blessing upon you today." On the next day, Moses said to the people, "You yourselves have committed a great sin, and now I am going up to the Lord. Perhaps I can make atonement for your sin." Then Moses returned to the Lord and said, "Alas, this people has committed a great sin, and they have made a god of gold for themselves. But now, if you will, forgive their sin, and if not, please blot me out from your book which you have written." The Lord said to Moses, "Whoever has sinned against me, I will blot him out of my book. But go now, lead the people where I told you. Behold, my angel shall go before you. Nevertheless, in the day when I punish, I will punish them for their sin." Then the Lord smote the people because of what they did with the calf which Aaron had made. Okay, and that was Exodus chapter 32. Looks like our group is dwindling. How's studying going, Hugo? And what did you think of the movie? Was that the first time you've seen The Passion, Hugo? Or had you already seen it before? It was a first for me. It was a rough watch, that's for sure. Exodus chapter 33. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to hop over to the Discord. And let's see, we're on chapter 33. I'm going to reach out to Adam, make sure he's okay. It's been a while since he's joined the lives. Okay. There. Now I'm done with that. Sorry about that. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. All right. Exodus chapter 33. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, "Depart, go up from here, you and the people whom you have brought up from the land of Egypt, to the land of which I swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, to your descendants I will give it. I will send an angel before you, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Go up to the land flowing with milk and honey, for I will not go up in your midst, because you are an obstinate people, and I might destroy you on the way." When the people heard this sad word, They went into mourning, and none of them put on his ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Say to the sons of Israel, you are an obstinate people. Should I go up in your midst for one moment, I would destroy you. Now therefore, put off your ornaments from you, that I may know what I shall do with you." So the sons of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments from Mount Horeb onward. Now Moses used to take the tent and pitch it outside the camp, a good distance from the camp, and he called it the tent of meeting. And everyone who sought the Lord would go out to the tent of meeting, which was outside the camp. And it came about, whenever Moses went out to the tent, that all the people would arise and stand, each at the entrance of his tent, and gaze after Moses until he entered the tent. Whenever Moses entered the tent, the pillar of cloud would descend and stand at the entrance of the tent, and the Lord would speak with Moses. When all the people saw the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, all the people would arise and worship, each at the entrance of his tent. Thus the Lord used to speak to Moses face to face, just as a man speaks to his friend. When Moses returned to the camp, his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, would not depart from the tent. Then Moses said to the Lord, See, you say to me, bring up this people, but you yourself have not let me know whom you will send with me. Moreover, you have said, I have known you by name, and you have also found favor in my sight. Now therefore, I pray you, if I have found favor in your sight, let me know your ways, that I may know you, so that I may find favor in your sight. Consider too that this nation is your people. And he said, My presence shall go with you, and I will give you rest. Then he said to him, If your presence does not go with us, do not lead us up from here. For how then can it be known that I have found favor in your sight, I and your people? Is it not by your going with us, so that I and your people, may be distinguished from all the other people who are upon the face of the earth? The Lord said to Moses, I will also do this thing of which you have spoken, for you have found favor in my sight, and I have known you by name. Then Moses said, I pray you, show me your glory. And he said, I myself will make all my goodness pass before you, and will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. And I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show compassion on whom I will show compassion. But he said, You cannot see my face, for no man can see me and live. Then the Lord said, Behold, there is a place by me, and you shall stand there on the rock. And it will come about, while my glory is passing by, that I will put you in the cleft of the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Yes, Wheezy. Then I will take my hand away, and you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen. And that was Exodus chapter 33. Y'all got real quiet. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink, and then we will carry on to chapter 34. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, no worries. It just was hopping up in there, and then it got quiet. I know a lot of people prefer to just listen as they go about the other things that they're doing. Now the Lord said to Moses, Cut out for yourself 2 stone tablets like the former ones, and I will write on the tablets the words that were in the former tablets which you shattered. So be ready by morning, and come up in the morning to Mount Sinai, and present yourself there to me on the top of the mountain. No man is to come up with you, nor let any man be seen anywhere on the mountain. Even the flocks and the herds may not graze in front of that mountain. So he cut out 2 stone tablets like the former ones, and Moses rose up early in the morning and went up to Mount Sinai, as the Lord had commanded him, and he took 2 stone tablets in his hand. The Lord descended in the cloud and stood there with him as he called upon the name of the Lord. Then the Lord passed by in front of him and proclaimed, the Lord God, compassionate and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in loving kindness and truth, who keeps loving kindness for thousands, who forgives iniquity, transgression, and sin, yet he will by no means leave the guilty unpunished, visiting the iniquity of fathers on the children and on the grandchildren to the third and fourth generations. Moses made haste to bow low toward the earth and worship. He said, If now I have found favor in your sight, O Lord, I pray, let the Lord go along in our midst, even though the people are so obstinate, and pardon our iniquity and our sin, and take us as your own possession. Then God said, Behold, I am going to make a covenant. Before all your people I will perform miracles which have not been produced in all the earth, nor among any of the nations. And all the people among whom you live will see the working of the Lord, for it is a fearful thing that I am going to perform with you. Be sure to observe what I am commanding you this day. Behold, I am going to drive out the Amorite before you, and the Canaanite, the Hittite, the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Watch yourself that you make no covenant with the inhabitants of the land into which you are going, or it will become a snare in your midst. But rather you are to tear down their altars and smash their sacred pillars and cut down their Asherim, for you shall not worship any other god, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Otherwise you might make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they would play the harlot with their gods and sacrifice to their gods, and someone might invite you to eat of his sacrifice. And you might take some of his daughters for your sons, and his daughters might play the harlot with their gods, and cause your sons also to play the harlot with their gods. You shall make for yourself no molten gods. You shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For 7 days you are to eat unleavened bread, as I commanded you, at the appointed time in the month of Abib, for in the month of Abib you came out of Egypt. The first offspring from every womb belongs to me, and all your male livestock, the first offspring from cattle and sheep. You shall redeem with a lamb the first offspring from a donkey, and if you do not redeem it, then you shall break its neck. You shall redeem all the firstborn of your sons. None shall appear before me empty-handed. You shall work 6 days, but on the 7th day you shall rest. Even during plowing time and harvest you shall rest. You shall celebrate the Feast of Weeks, that is, the first fruits of the wheat harvest, and the Feast of Ingathering at the turn of the year. 3 times a year all your males are to appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. For I will drive out nations before you, and enlarge your borders, and no man shall covet your land when you go up 3 times a year to appear before the Lord your God. You shall not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, nor is the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover to be left over until morning. You shall bring the very first of the first fruits of your soil into the house of the Lord your God. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. Then the Lord said to Moses, Write down these words, for in accordance with these words I have made a covenant with you and with Israel. So he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did not eat bread or drink water. And he wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments. Excuse me. It came about when Moses was coming down from Mount Sinai, and the 2 tablets of the testimony were in Moses' hand as he was coming down from the mountain, that Moses did not know that the skin of his face shone because of his speaking with him. So when Aaron and all the sons of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come near him. Then Moses called to them, and Aaron and all the rulers in the congregation returned to him, and Moses spoke to them. Afterward, all the sons of Israel came near, and he commanded them to do everything that the Lord had spoken to him on Mount Sinai. When Moses had finished speaking with them, he put a veil over his face. But whenever Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he would take off the veil until he came out, and whenever he came out and spoke to the sons of Israel what he had been commanded, the sons of Israel would see the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone. So Moses would replace the veil over his face until he went in to speak with him. And that was chapter 34 of Exodus. And I'm going to turn on my fan real quick. Remember to switch out the plug. There we go. Oops, not high. Goodness. There we go. Hi, Weezy, sleepy girl. Okay, so we will be headed over to Exodus chapter 35. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink and then we will continue reading. Okay. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And I'm going to read chapter 35 of Exodus. Then Moses assembled all the congregation of the sons of Israel and said to them, "These are the things that the Lord has commanded you to do. For 6 days work may be done, but on the seventh day you shall have a holy day, a Sabbath of complete rest to the Lord. Whoever does any work on it shall be put to death. You shall not kindle a fire in any of your dwellings on the Sabbath day." Moses spoke to all the congregation of the sons of Israel, saying, "This is the thing which the Lord has commanded, saying, Take from among you a contribution to the Lord. Whoever is of a willing heart, let him bring it as the Lord's contribution: gold, silver, and bronze, and blue and purple, and scarlet material, fine linen, goat's hair, and ram skins dyed red, and porpoise skins, and acacia wood, and oil for lighting, and spices for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense, and onyx stones, and setting stones for the ephod, and for the breastpiece." Give me just a second. Okay. "Let every skillful man among you come and make all that the Lord has commanded: the tabernacle, its tent and its covering, its hooks and its boards, its bars, its pillars and its sockets, the ark and its poles, the mercy seat and the curtain of the screen, the table and its poles and all its utensils, and the bread of the presence, the lampstand also for the light and its utensils, and its lamp, and the oil for the light, and the altar of incense and its poles, and the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, and the screen for the doorway at the entrance of the tabernacle, the altar of burnt offering with its bronze grating, its poles, and all its utensils, the basin and its stand, the hangings of the court, its pillars and its sockets, and the screen for the gate of the court, the pegs of the tabernacle, and the pegs of the court and their cords, the woven garments for ministering in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments for his sons, to minister as priests." Then all the congregation of the sons of Israel departed from Moses' presence. Everyone whose heart stirred him and everyone whose spirit moved him came and brought the Lord's contribution for the work of the tent of meeting, and for all its service, and for the holy garments. Then all whose hearts moved them, both men and women, came and brought brooches, and earrings, and signet rings, and bracelets, all articles of gold. So did every man who presented an offering of gold to the Lord. Every man who had in his possession blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine linen, and goat's hair, and ram skins dyed red, and porpoise skins, brought them. Everyone who could make a contribution of silver and bronze brought the Lord's contribution, and every man who had in his possession acacia wood for any work of the service brought it. And the skilled women spun with their hands, and brought what they had spun in blue and purple and scarlet material, and in fine linen. All the women whose hearts stirred with a skill spun the goat's hair. The rulers brought the onyx stones, and the stones for setting for the ephod and for the breastpiece, and the spice and the oil for the light, and for the anointing oil, and for the fragrant incense. The Israelites, all the men and women whose heart moved them to bring material for all the work, which the Lord had commanded through Moses to be done, brought a freewill offering to the Lord. Onyx. Yeah. It's a cool stone, too. Then Moses said to the sons of Israel, See, the Lord has called by name Bezalel the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and he has filled him with the Spirit of God in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all craftsmanship, to make designs for working in gold and in silver and in bronze, and in the cutting of stones for settings, and in the carving of wood, so as to perform in every inventive work. He also has put in his heart to teach, both he and Oholiab, the son of Ahisamach. I don't know why I want to say inasmuch every time I say that word. Ahisamach of the tribe of Dan. He has filled them with skill to perform every work of an engraver and of a designer and of an embroiderer in blue and in purple and in scarlet material and in fine linen, and of a weaver as performers of every work and makers of design. And that was chapter 35. Okay. How's everybody doing? Looks like we have some more people joining us. God bless. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Now Bezalel and Aholiab and every skillful person in whom the Lord has put skill and understanding to know how to perform all the work in the construction of the sanctuary shall perform in accordance with all that the Lord has commanded. Then Moses called Bezalel and Aholiab and every skillful person in whom the Lord had put skill, everyone whose heart stirred him to come to the work to perform it. They received from Moses all the contributions which the sons of Israel had brought to perform the work in the construction of the sanctuary, and they still continued bringing to him freewill offerings every morning. And all the skillful men who were performing all the work of the sanctuary came, each from the work which he was performing. And they said to Moses, The people are bringing much more than enough for the construction work which the Lord commanded us to perform. So Moses issued a command, and a proclamation was circulated throughout the camp, saying, Let no man or woman any longer perform work for the contributions of the sanctuary. Thus the people were restrained from bringing any more. For the material they had was sufficient and more than enough for all the work to perform it. Gonna get you some coffee? Oh, you're a tea drinker, right? All the skillful men among those who were performing the work made the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twisted linen and blue and purple and scarlet material with cherubim, the work of a skilled workman. Bezalel made them. The length of each curtain was 28 cubits, and the width of each curtain 4 cubits. All the curtains had the same measurements. He joined 5 curtains to one another, and the other 5 curtains he joined to one another. He made loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set. He did likewise on the edge of the curtain that was outermost in the second set. He made 50 loops in the one curtain, and he made 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that was in the second set. The loops were opposite each other. He made 50 clasps of gold and joined the curtains to one another with the clasps, so the tabernacle was a unit. Then he made curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. He made 11 curtains in all. The length of each curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits the width of each curtain. The 11 curtains had the same measurements. He joined 5 curtains by themselves, and the other 6 curtains by themselves. Moreover, he made 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that was outermost in the first set, and he made 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that was outermost in the second set. He made 50 clasps of bronze to join the tent together so that it would be a unit. He made a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red, and covering of porpoise skins above. Then he made the boards for the tabernacle of acacia wood standing upright. 10 cubits was the length of each board, and 1.5 cubits the width of each board. There were 2 tenons for each board, fitted to one another. Thus he did for all the boards of the tabernacle. He made the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side, and he made 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards. 2 sockets under one board for its 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 tenons. Then for the second side of the tabernacle on the north side, he made 20 boards, and there 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. For the rear of the tabernacle to the west, he made 6 boards. He made 2 boards for the corners of the tabernacle at the rear. They were double beneath, and together they were complete to its top to the first ring. Thus he did with both of them for the 2 corners. There were 8 boards with their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 under every board. Then he made bars of acacia wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the rear side to the west. He made the middle bar to pass through in the center of the boards from end to end. He overlaid the boards with gold and made their rings of gold as holders for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. The stream isn't loading? Uh-oh. Is it just Hugo? Yeah, maybe close and refresh Hugo and see if it works. Moreover, he made the veil of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen. He made it with cherubim, the work of a skillful workman. He made 4 pillars of acacia for it, and overlaid them with gold, with their hooks of gold, and he cast 4 sockets of silver for them. He made a screen for the doorway of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, the work of a weaver. And he made his 5 pillars with their hooks, made its 5 pillars with their hooks, and he overlaid their tops and their bands with gold, but their 5 sockets were of bronze. And that was chapter 36. Okay, good. I'm glad it worked out. Although the train didn't come. Interesting. Maybe I should start writing a schedule. I know sometimes it comes around 1, and then sometimes it comes at 10, 11, 1. You know, it's just no rhyme or reason that I can tell. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink, and then we will carry on reading. Yeah, it's been a while since it's been. I think we did hear it once on the last stream, and then it happened when we were watching on not The Passion, but a different night when we were watching a movie in Discord together. I see more people are joining. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm getting ready to carry on to Exodus chapter 37. Now Bezalel made the ark of acacia wood. Its length was 2.5 cubits, and its width 1.5 cubits, and its height 1.5 cubits. And he overlaid it with pure gold inside and out, and made a gold molding for it all around. He cast 4 rings of gold for it on its 4 feet, even 2 rings on one side of it and 2 rings on the other side of it. He made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry it. He made a mercy seat of pure gold, 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. He made 2 cherubim of gold. He made them of hammered work at the 2 ends of the mercy seat, 1 cherub at the one end and 1 cherub at the other end. He made the cherubim of one piece with the mercy seat at the 2 ends. The cherubim had their wings spread. They had their seats. That's terrible. Had their wings spread upward, covering the mercy seat with their wings, with their faces toward each other. The faces of the cherubim were toward the mercy seat. Then he made the table of acacia wood, 2 cubits long and 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. He overlaid it with pure gold and made a gold molding for it all around. He made a rim for it of a handbreadth all around, and made a gold molding for its rim all around. He cast 4 gold rings for it, and put the rings on the 4 corners that were on its 4 feet. Close by the rim were the rings, the holders of the poles to carry the table. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold to carry the table. He made the utensils which were on the table, its dishes and its pans and its bowls and its jars, with which to pour out drink offerings of pure gold. Then he made the lampstand of pure gold. He made the lampstand of hammered work, its base and its shaft, its cups, its bulbs, and its flowers were of one piece with it. There were 6 branches going out of its sides, 3 branches of the lampstand from the one side of it, and 3 branches of the lampstand from the other side of it. 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, a bulb and a flower in one branch, and 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, a bulb and a flower in the other branch, so for the 6 branches going out of the lampstand. Hi, welcome. Is it Xavier? How are you doing tonight? God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. We are in Exodus 37. In the lampstand, there were 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms, its bulbs and its flowers, and a bulb was under the first pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the second pair of branches coming out of it, and a bulb under the third pair of branches coming out of it, for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their bulbs and their branches were of one piece with it. The whole of it was a single hammered work of pure gold. He made it 7 lamps with its snuffers and its trays of pure gold. He made it and all its utensils from a talent of pure gold. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And welcome. Then he made the altar of incense of acacia wood, a cubit long and a cubit wide, square and 2 cubits high. Its horns were of one piece with it. He overlaid it with pure gold, its top and its sides all around, and its horns, and he made a gold molding for it all around. He made 2 golden rings for it under its molding, on its 2 sides, on opposite sides, as holders for poles with which to carry it. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. And he made the holy anointing oil and the pure fragrant incense of spices, the work of a perfumer. And that was chapter 37.
Can you wake me up?
Yeah,
in
you
time
know
tonight for church?
You know it's spring forward?
Does that mean
You lose an hour of
gonna be
sleep.
wonky?
Yeah. So you're actually going to get, let's see, I'll probably wake you up around 8:30.
Okay.
So, well, you'll get like 7 hours of sleep. I think it's 8:30 because we just want to go to the we'll go in the middle of the coffee and talk time
Yeah.
and then go to the worship service.
Yeah. Sure.
Awesome.
8 would be in time to get clothes right because I couldn't. I didn't get any pants.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, because it starts.
Oh wait.
The worship service starts at 10:30,
Yeah.
so that'll give you plenty of time.
Okay.
Love you. Sleep tight and dream sweet.
Love you as well.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too, Shiloh. What are you up to? What are you up to?
You know where Ham is? You know the plushie.
I
Steelers
don't.
plushie?
Where is Ham? Probably in your room somewhere. Yeah, there's actually a church that I had checked into before we found our other one, but they didn't have a youth group or children's church and stuff. But they were in the middle of revamping, and now they've got a youth group and children's church and stuff. So Kenneth and I will be going just to check it out, make sure it aligns with our beliefs and everything. And then if all goes well, it's like a 2-minute drive from my house. We could walk there if we wanted. Hi, Weezy. I love you. Yes?
I like the old church, but
It was a huge long drive, huh?
yeah.
Okay, so I will be carrying on into Exodus chapter 38.
Luke wants to see Weezy and
Yeah, Weezy wants to see Floop as well. She's coming that way, though. I think she wants to go to the bed. Here.
Oh, there we
Clean face. Yeah, I'm hoping so. I watched a couple of the recorded sermons, but that's an interim pastor. So, or from what I understand. So we'll see how it goes. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. And I'm going to carry on into Exodus chapter 38. Actually, I better take a drink real quick.
Look at this, man.
What? Weezy's a wonderful, sweet little girl. I love you.
I love you.
Okay. Exodus chapter 38. Then he made the altar of burnt offering of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide, square and 3 cubits high. He made its horns on its 4 corners, its horns being of one piece with it, and he overlaid it with bronze. He made all the utensils of the altar, the pails and the shovels and the basins, the flesh hooks and the fire pans. He made all its utensils of bronze. He made for the altar a grating of bronze network beneath, under its ledge reaching halfway up. He cast 4 rings on the 4 ends of the bronze grating as holders for the poles. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with bronze. He inserted the poles into the rings on the sides of the altar with which to carry it. He made it hollow with planks. Moreover, he made the laver of bronze with its base of bronze from the mirrors of the serving women who served at the doorway of the tent of meeting. Give me just 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Then he made the court. For the south side, the hangings of the court were of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits, their 20 pillars and their 20 sockets made of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands were of silver. For the north side, there were 100 cubits. Their 20 pillars and their 20 sockets were of bronze. The hooks of the pillars and their bands were of silver. For the west side, there were hangings of 50 cubits with their 10 pillars and their 10 sockets. The hooks of the pillars and their bands were of silver. On the east side, 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate were 15 cubits with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets, and so for the other side. On both sides of the gate of the court were hangings of 15 cubits with their 3 pillars and their 3 sockets. All the hangings of the court all around were of fine twisted linen. The sockets for the pillars were of bronze, the hooks of the pillars and their bands of silver, and the overlaying of their tops of silver, and all the pillars of the court were furnished with silver bands. The screen of the gate of the court was the work of the weaver, of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen. And the length was 20 cubits, and the height was 5 cubits, corresponding to the hangings of the court. Their 4 pillars and their 4 sockets were of bronze. Their hooks were of silver, and the overlaying of their tops and their bands were of silver. All the pegs of the tabernacle and of the court all around were of bronze. Weezy, what do you have to say? Oh, you are so precious. I love you. You want to snuggle? Yeah? Come here. I'll hold you while I read. Okay. This is the number of the things for the tabernacle. The tabernacle of the testimony, as they were numbered according to the command of Moses, for the service of the Levites, by the hand of Ithamar the son of Aaron the priest. Now Bezalel the son of Uri, the son of Hur of the tribe of Judah, made all that the Lord had commanded Moses. With him was Aholiab the son of Ahisamach of the tribe of Dan, an engraver and a skillful workman, and a weaver in blue and in purple and in scarlet material and fine linen. Oh, was such a sweet kitten. All the gold that was used for the work and all the work of the sanctuary, even the gold of the wave offering, was 29 talents and 730 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The silver of those of the congregation who were numbered was 100 talents and 1,775 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, a beka a head, that is half a shekel according to the shekel of the sanctuary. For each one who passed over to those who were numbered, from 20 years old and upward, for 603,550 men. The 100 talents of silver were for casting the sockets of the sanctuary and the sockets of the veil, 100 sockets for the 100 talents, a talent for a socket. Of the 1,775 shekels, he made hooks for the pillars and overlaid their tops and made bands for them. The bronze of the wave offering was 70 talents and 2,400 shekels. With it he made the sockets to the doorway of the tent of meeting, and the bronze altar and its bronze grating, and all the utensils of the altar, and the sockets of the court all around, and the sockets of the gate of the court, and all the pegs of the tabernacle, and all the pegs of the court all around. And that was chapter 38. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Weezy, are you being nibbly? You sweet girl. Chapter 39. Moreover, from the blue and purple and scarlet material, they made finely woven garments for ministering in the holy place, as well as the holy garments which were for Aaron, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. He made the ephod of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet material and fine twisted linen. Then they hammered out gold sheets and cut them into threads to be woven in with the blue and the purple and the scarlet material and the fine linen, the work of a skillful workman. They made attaching shoulder pieces for the ephod. It was attached at its two upper ends. The skillfully woven band which was on it was like its workmanship, of the same material, of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the onyx stones set in gold filigree settings. They were engraved like the engravings of a signet, according to the names of the sons of Israel. And he placed them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. He made the breastpiece the work of a skillful workman, like the workmanship of the ephod, of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet material, and fine twisted linen. It was square. They made the breastpiece folded double, a span long and a span wide when folded double. And they mounted 4 rows of stones on it. The first row was a row of ruby, topaz, and emerald, and the second row a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst, and the fourth row a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were set in gold filigree settings when they were mounted. The stones were corresponding to the names of the sons of Israel. They were 12 corresponding to their names, engraved with the engravings of a signet, each with its name for the 12 tribes. They made on the breastpiece chains like cords of twisted cordage work in pure gold. They made 2 gold filigree settings and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastpiece. Then they put the 2 gold cords and the 2 rings at the ends of the breastpiece. They put the other 2 ends of the 2 cords on the 2 filigree settings and put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front of it. They made 2 gold rings and placed them on the 2 ends of the breastpiece on its inner edge, which was next to the ephod. Furthermore, they made 2 gold rings and placed them on the bottom of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, on the front of it, close to the band. Goodness, I'm skipping lines here. Close to the place where it joined, above the woven band of the ephod. They bound the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue cord, so that it would be on the woven band of the ephod, and that the breastpiece would not come loose from the ephod, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he made the robe of the ephod of woven work, all of blue, and the opening of the robe was at the top in the center, as the opening of a coat of mail, with a binding all around its opening, for that it would not be torn. Do you need to go out, Weezy? Yeah? I can let you out. Give me just a second. I have to let my kitty out of my room. If I can get my sandals on my feet. Oop, don't fall, sweetheart. Oh, I love you. Thank you for having a time with me. You don't want to go? You can call on the door and we can come back and I'll let you back in. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. I'm going to take a drink real quick. I'm not sure if I read that part. And the opening of the robe was at the top in the center, as the opening of a coat of mail, with a binding all around its opening so that it would not be torn. They made pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet material and twisted linen on the hem of the robe. They also made bells of pure gold and put the bells between the pomegranates all around the hem of the robe, alternating a bell and a pomegranate all around on the hem of the robe for the service, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the tunics of finely woven linen for Aaron and his sons, and the turban of fine linen, and the decorated caps of fine linen, and the linen breeches of fine twisted linen, and the sash of fine twisted linen, and blue and purple and scarlet material, the work of the weaver, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. They made the plate of the holy crown of gold and inscribed it like the engravings of a signet, holy to the Lord. They fastened a blue cord to it to fasten it on the turban above, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Why is it doing ads again? How many ads have you gotten, Hugo? I wonder if it goes by total stream hours. Because the way I pick it, it says every 30 minutes, but if there's 5 people in here, if it's totaling all the hours together and going, I don't know. Either way, that's frustrating. I'm sorry if you guys are getting too many ads. I'm trying to keep it as minimal as possible. Thus all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was completed, and the sons of Israel did according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses, so they did. They brought the tabernacle to Moses, the tent and all its furnishings, its clasps, its boards, its bars and its pillars and its sockets, and the covering of ram skins dyed red, and the covering of porpoise skins, and the screening veil, the ark of the testimony and its poles, and the mercy seat, the table, all its utensils, and the bread of the presence, the pure gold lampstand with its arrangement of lamps and all its utensils, and the oil for the light, and the gold altar, and the anointing oil, and the fragrant incense, and the veil for the doorway of the tent, the bronze altar and its bronze grating, its poles and all its utensils, the laver and its stand, the hangings for the court, its pillars and its sockets, and the screen for the gate of the court, its cords and its pegs, and all the equipment for the service of the tabernacle, for the tent of meeting, the woven garments for ministering in the holy place, and the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and the garments of his sons to minister as priests. So the sons of Israel did all the work according to all that the Lord had commanded Moses. And Moses examined all the work, and behold, they had done it, just as the Lord had commanded. This they had done. So Moses blessed them. And that was chapter 39 of Exodus. Give me just a second here. Did I say Genesis? I feel like I said Genesis. I meant Exodus if I did. So we are on the final chapter of Exodus. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, On the first day of the first month, you shall set up the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. You shall place the ark of the testimony there, and you shall screen the ark with the veil. You shall bring in the table and arrange what belongs on it, and you shall bring in the lampstand and mount its lamps. Moreover, you shall set the gold altar of incense before the ark of the testimony, and set up the veil for the doorway to the tabernacle. You shall set the altar of burnt offering in front of the doorway of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. You shall set the laver between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it. You shall set up the court all around, and hang up the veil for the gateway of the court. Then you shall take the anointing oil and anoint the tabernacle and all that is in it, and shall consecrate it and all its furnishings, and it shall be holy. You shall anoint the altar of burnt offering and all its utensils, and consecrate the altar, and the altar shall be most holy. You shall anoint the laver and its stand, and consecrate it. Then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the doorway of the tent of meeting, and wash them with water. You shall put the holy garments on Aaron, and anoint him and consecrate him, that he may minister as a priest to me. You shall bring his sons and put tunics on them, and you shall anoint them even as you have anointed their father, that they may minister as priests to me, and their anointing will qualify them for a perpetual priesthood throughout their generations. Thus Moses did, according to all that the Lord had commanded him, so he did. Now in the first month of the second year, on the first day of the month, the tabernacle was erected. Moses erected the tabernacle and laid its sockets and set up its boards and inserted its bars and erected its pillars. Oh, thank you for the love. God bless you. Welcome to those just coming in. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. We are in the last chapter of Exodus. He spread the tent over the tabernacle and put the covering of the tent on top of it, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he took the testimony and put it into the ark, and attached the poles to the ark, and put the mercy seat on top of the ark. He brought the ark into the tabernacle and set up a veil for the screen, and screened off the ark of the testimony, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he put the table in the tent of meeting on the north side of the tabernacle, outside the veil. He set the arrangement of bread in order on it before the Lord, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he placed the lampstand in the tent of meeting opposite the table on the south side of the tabernacle. He lighted the lamps before the Lord, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he placed the gold altar in the tent of meeting in front of the veil, and he burned fragrant incense on it, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he set up the veil for the doorway of the tabernacle. He set the altar of burnt offering before the doorway of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, and offered on it the burnt offering and the meal offering, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. He placed the laver between the tent of meeting and the altar, and put water in it for washing. From it Moses and Aaron and his sons washed their hands and their feet. Give me just a second, guys. It just said it's doing ads again. I'm not sure why, but it seems like it's doing ads way more than, like, the maximum length apart I can do is every 30 minutes. And so that's what I choose, and yet it seems to be doing them very often. So I'm not sure what's going on, guys. I'm sorry if you're getting too many ads. When they entered the tent of meeting and when they approached the altar, they washed, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. He erected the court all around the tabernacle and the altar and hung up the veil for the gateway of the court. Thus Moses finished the work. Then the cloud covered the tent of meeting, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Moses was not able to enter the tent of meeting because the cloud had settled on it, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Throughout all their journeys, whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the sons of Israel would set out. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not set out until the day when it was taken up. For throughout all their journeys, the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and there was fire in it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel. And we have completed Exodus. Welcome to those who have joined us. God bless you. How are you doing tonight? How's your weekend going? And I think I am going to go into Leviticus and continue reading for you tonight. Excuse my cough. Take a drink real quick. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm just about to start Leviticus in chapter 1. Then the Lord called to Moses and spoke to him from the tent of meeting, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel and say to them, When any man of you brings an offering to the Lord, you shall bring your offering of animals from the herd or the flock. If his offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he shall offer it, a male without defect. He shall offer it at the doorway of the tent of meeting, that he may be accepted before the Lord. He shall lay his hand on the head of the burnt offering, that it may be accepted for him to make atonement on his behalf. He shall slay the young bull before the Lord, and Aaron's sons, the priests, shall offer up the blood and sprinkle the blood around on the altar that is at the doorway of the tent of meeting. He shall then skin the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. The sons of Aaron, the priests, shall put fire on the altar and arrange wood on the fire. Then Aaron's sons, the priests, shall arrange the pieces, the head and the soot, over the wood which is on the fire that is on the altar. Its entrails, however, and its legs he shall wash with water, and the priest shall offer up in smoke all of it on the altar for a burnt offering, an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. But if his offering is from the flock of the sheep or of the goats for a burnt offering, he shall offer it a male without defect. He shall slay it on the side of the altar northward before the Lord, and Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle its blood around on the altar. He shall then cut it into its pieces with its head and its soot, and the priest shall arrange them on the wood which is on the fire that is on the altar. The entrails, however, and the legs he shall wash with water, and the priest shall offer all of it, and offer it up in smoke on the altar. It is a burnt offering, an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. But if his offering to the Lord is a burnt offering of birds, then he shall bring his offering from the turtle doves or from young pigeons. The priest shall bring it to the altar and wring off its head and offer it up in smoke on the altar, and its blood is to be drained out on the side of the altar. He shall also take away its crop with its feathers and cast it beside the altar eastward to the place of the ashes. Then he shall tear it by its wings, but shall not sever it. And the priest shall offer it up in smoke on the altar on the wood which is on the fire. It is a burnt offering, an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. And that was Leviticus chapter 1. How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink and then continue into Leviticus chapter 2. And since I was reminded, because I didn't even know we were there yet, don't forget to spring forward. In a little less than 2 hours, you'll spring forward 1 hour. Are you sleeping, toilet? John? Or are you getting ready to go to sleep now? Leviticus chapter 2. Now when anyone presents a grain offering as an offering to the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil on it and put frankincense on it. He shall then bring it to Aaron's sons the priests, and shall take from it his handful of its fine flour and of its oil with all of its frankincense. And the priest shall offer it up in smoke as its memorial portion on the altar, an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. The remainder of the grain offering belongs to Aaron and his sons, a thing most holy of the offerings to the Lord by fire. Now when you bring an offering of a grain offering baked in an oven, it shall be unleavened cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, or unleavened wafers spread with oil. If your offering is a grain offering made on the griddle, it shall be of fine flour unleavened mixed with oil. You shall break it into bits and pour oil on it. It is a grain offering. So let's see. If it's made on the griddle, fine flour, unleavened, mixed with oil, is that a pancake? Now, if your offering is, or a griddle cake, if you will, or just a hot cake. Now, if your offering is a grain offering made in a pan, it shall be made of fine flour with oil. When you bring in the grain offering, which is made of these things to the Lord, it shall be presented to the priest, and he shall bring it to the altar. The priest then shall take up from the grain offering its memorial portion, and shall offer it up in smoke on the altar as an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. The remainder of the grain offering belongs to Aaron and his sons, a thing most holy of the offerings to the Lord by fire. No grain offering which you bring to the Lord shall be made with leaven, for you shall not offer up in smoke any leaven or any honey as an offering by fire to the Lord. As an offering of first fruits you shall bring them to the Lord, but they shall not ascend for a soothing aroma on the altar. Every grain offering of yours, moreover, you shall season with salt, so that the salt of the covenant of your God shall not be lacking from your grain offering. With all your offerings you shall offer salt. Also, if you bring a grain offering of early ripened things to the Lord, you shall bring fresh heads of grain roasted in the fire, grits of new growth for the grain offering of your early ripened things. You shall then put oil on it and lay incense on it. It is a grain offering. The priest shall offer up in smoke its memorial portion, part of its grits and its oil with all its incense as an offering by fire to the Lord. And that was Leviticus chapter 2. Oh, wow, we have quite a few more people in here. How are you guys doing tonight? God bless you and welcome. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. If you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. And feel free to jump in the comments and tell us a little bit about yourself. Praise reports are amazing. You're super cool. Definitely super cool, John. I'm glad you're here tonight. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take another drink of my coffee. Actually, I'm going to take my ibuprofen. That's what I'm going to do. And Tylenol. I'm not suggesting that people should do that, but a country girl must survive, right? Okay. You straightening your pencil pouch, taking notes? Okay. Oh man. To those of you who do not have premium, let me know if you get any ads that aren't appropriate. I'm new to having ads these last few weeks, and I try to make sure that any ads my viewers might see will align with what Jesus would, or at least not align with anything Jesus wouldn't want us to see, right? I would hate to be a stumbling block or anything like that. And I do keep them as minimal as possible, but it seems like it's putting them out more often than I allot. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but okay. Leviticus chapter 3. Now, if his offering is a sacrifice of peace offerings, if he is going to offer out of the herd, whether male or female, he shall offer it without defect before the Lord. He shall lay his hand on the head of his offering and slay it at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and Aaron's sons, the priests, shall sprinkle the blood around on the altar. From the sacrifice of the peace offerings he shall present an offering by fire to the Lord, the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is on the entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys. Then Aaron's son shall offer it up in smoke on the altar on the burnt offering, which is on the wood that is on the fire. It is an offering by fire of a soothing aroma to the Lord. But if his offering for a sacrifice of peace offerings to the Lord is from the flock, he shall offer it, male or female, without defect. If he is going to offer a lamb for his offering, then he shall offer it before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand on the head of his offering and slay it before the tent of meeting. And Aaron's son shall sprinkle its blood around on the altar. From the sacrifice of peace offerings he shall bring as an offering by fire to the Lord its fat, the entire fat tail which he shall remove, close to the backbone, and the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is on the entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys. Then the priest shall offer it up in smoke on the altar as food, as offering by fire to the Lord. Moreover, if his offering is a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand on its head and slay it before the tent of meeting, and the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle its blood around on the altar. From it he shall present his offering as an offering by fire to the Lord, the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is on the entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys. The priest shall offer them up in smoke on the altar as food, an offering by fire for a soothing aroma. All fat is the Lord's. It is a perpetual statute throughout your generations in all your dwellings. You shall not eat any fat or any blood. And that was Leviticus chapter 3. I appreciate you, Toilet. You and Hugo are both doing that, and that's very sweet and kind, and I appreciate it. But also, I just don't know, like, Hugo was saying he got 3 ads in a row, like where you can skip, sometimes it'll be 2 ads, and I don't want it to be excessive. It's frustrating, but I've made it as minimal as possible, and YouTube just kind of seems to do its own thing. So the only thing I can think is that it's doing by watch hours instead of by actual real time. So if I'm having it do every 30 minutes and there's 4 people in here or whatever, you know, it may be going by 30 hours of watch time, which would be a lot more frequent, you know. So I'll have to do some more research, but either way, all I can do is set it to 30 minutes apart maximum. And then if I see it pop up, I can hit skip if I feel like it's too often. But I'm looking at the other screen reading, so I don't always catch it. But I appreciate you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm getting ready to read Leviticus chapter 4. What's your schedule looking like right now, John? I know you said that you were having some actual nighttime sleep for a while, but it looks like maybe that has gone by the wayside again. Okay, give me just a moment here. I'm going to check into my settings again and see if there's anything I'm missing. Okay. No, yeah, that's kind of just all I can do. Okay. Open up the Discord and tell them that I am still live over here. There we go. Leviticus chapter 4. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, If a person sins unintentionally in any of the things which the Lord has commanded not to be done, and commits any of them, if the anointed priest sins so as to bring guilt on the people, then let him offer to the Lord a bull without defect as a sin offering for the sin he has committed. Yeah, that's okay. Have you seen it before? That was the first time I watched The Passion last night, and it was intense. That was a lot. He shall bring the bull to the doorway of the tent of meeting before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand on the head of the bull and slay the bull before the Lord. Then the anointed priest is to take some of the blood of the bull and bring it to the tent of meeting, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle some of the blood 7 times before the Lord in front of the veil of the sanctuary. The priest shall also put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of fragrant incense, which is before the Lord in the tent of meeting, and all the blood of the bull he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering, which is at the doorway of the tent of meeting. He shall remove from it all the fat of the bull of the sin offering, the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat which is on the entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the lobe of the liver, which he shall remove with the kidneys, just as it is removed from the ox of the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest is to offer them up in smoke on the altar of burnt offering. Welcome, Jer. How are you doing tonight? Ooh, Mick's here. Hey, guys. How's your weekend going? But the hide of the bull and all its flesh with its head and its legs and its entrails and its refuse, that is, all the rest of the bull, he is to bring out to a clean place outside the camp where the ashes are poured out, and burn it on wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out, it shall be burned. Now, if the whole congregation of Israel commits error, and the matter escapes the notice of the assembly, and they commit any of the things which the Lord has commanded not to be done, and they become guilty, when the sin which they have committed becomes known, then the assembly shall offer a bull of the herd for a sin offering, and bring it before the tent of meeting. Then the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands on the head of the bull before the Lord, and the bull shall be slain before the Lord. Then the anointed priest is to bring some of the blood of the bull to the tent of meeting, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord in front of the veil. Excuse me. He shall put some of the blood on the horns of the altar which is before the Lord in the tent of meeting, and all the blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering which is at the doorway of the tent of meeting. He shall remove all its fat from it and offer it up in smoke on the altar. He shall also do with the bull just as he did with the bull of the sin offering. Thus he shall do with it. So the priest shall make atonement for them, and they will be forgiven. Then he is to bring out the bull to a place outside the camp, excuse me, and burn it as he offered the first bull. It is the sin offering for the assembly. When a leader sins and unintentionally does any one of the following, or I don't know where I got following, any one of all the things which the Lord his God has commanded not to be done, and he becomes guilty, if his sin which he has committed is made known to him, he shall bring for his offering a goat, a male without defect. He shall lay his hand on the head of the male goat and slay it in the place where they slay the burnt offering before the Lord. It is a sin offering. Then the priest is to take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering. All its fat he shall offer up in smoke on the altar, as in the case of the fat of the sacrifice of peace offerings. Thus the priest shall make atonement for him in regard to his sin, and he will be forgiven. Now if any one of the common people sins unintentionally in doing any of the things which the Lord has commanded not to be done, and becomes guilty, if his sin which he has committed is made known to him, then he shall bring for his offering a goat, a female without defect, for his sin which he has committed. He shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering and slay the sin offering at the place of the burnt offering. The priest shall take some of its blood with its finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and all the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar. Then he shall remove all its fat, just as the fat was removed from the sacrifice of peace offerings, and the priest shall offer it up in smoke on the altar for a soothing aroma to the Lord. Thus the priest shall make atonement for him, and he will be forgiven. But if he brings a lamb as his offering for a sin offering, he shall bring it a female without defect. He shall lay his hand on the head of the sin offering and slay it for a sin offering in the place where they slay the burnt offering. The priest is to take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and all the rest of its blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar. Then he shall remove all its fat, just as the fat of the lamb is removed from the sacrifice of the peace offerings, and the priest shall offer them up in smoke on the altar on the offerings by fire to the Lord. Thus the priest shall make atonement for him in regard to his sin which he has committed, and he will be forgiven. And that was Leviticus chapter 4. There we go. Welcome to those just coming in. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm going to take a drink real quick, and then we will carry on. Now, if a person sins after he hears a public adjuration to testify when he is a witness, whether he has seen or otherwise known, if he does not tell it, then he will bear his guilt. Or if a person touches any unclean thing, whether a carcass of an unclean beast, or the carcass of unclean cattle, or a carcass of unclean swarming things, though it is hidden from him and he is unclean, then he will be guilty. Or if he touches human uncleanness, of whatever sort his uncleanness may be, with which he becomes unclean, and it is hidden from him, and then he comes to know it, he will be guilty. Or if a person swears thoughtlessly with his lips to do evil or to do good, in whatever matter a man may speak thoughtlessly with an oath, and it is hidden from him, and then he comes to know it, he will be guilty in one of these. So it shall be when he becomes guilty in one of these, that he shall confess that in which he has sinned. He shall also bring his guilt offering to the Lord for his sin which he has committed, a female from the flock, a lamb or a goat as a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement on his behalf for his sin. But if he cannot afford a lamb, then he shall bring to the Lord his guilt offering for that in which he has sinned, 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. He shall bring them to the priest, who shall offer first that which is for the sin offering, and shall nip its head at the front of its neck, but he shall not sever it. He shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, while the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. The second he shall then prepare as a burnt offering according to the ordinance. So the priest shall make atonement on his behalf for his sin which he has committed, and it will be forgiven him. But if his means are insufficient for 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then for his offering for that which he has sinned, he shall bring the 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour for a sin offering. He shall not put oil on it or place incense on it, for it is a sin offering. He shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it as its memorial portion, and offer it up in smoke on the altar with the offerings of the Lord by fire. It is a sin offering. So the priest shall make atonement for him concerning his sin which he has committed from one of these, and it will be forgiven him. Then the rest shall become the priest's, like the grain offering. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "What, honey? You have brought me a kitty? Oh, it's Riri. My kitten. How are you? Were you sleeping out there, kitty cat?" Okay. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "If a person acts unfaithfully and sins unintentionally against the Lord's holy things, then he shall bring his guilt offering to the Lord, a ram without defect from the flock, according to your valuation in silver by shekels, in terms of the shekel of the sanctuary, for a guilt offering. He shall make restitution for that which he has sinned against the holy thing, and shall add to it a 5th part of it, and give it to the priest. The priest shall then make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering, and it will be forgiven him. Now if a person sins and does any of the things which the Lord has commanded not to be done, though he was unaware, still he is guilty and shall bear his punishment. He is then to bring to the priest a ram without defect from the flock, according to your valuation, for a guilt offering. So the priest shall make atonement for him concerning his error in which he sinned unintentionally and did not know it, and it will be forgiven him. It is a guilt offering. He was certainly guilty before the Lord." You want to come up here and lay down, Riri? Here, go. Yeah. You're a good girl. Love you. Sweet kitten. Here. There you go, up to the pillow. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Jer, are you asking how long he's been following the channel or how long he's been here tonight? Leviticus chapter 6. Just a moment. Oh. Well, I suppose I'll let him answer. But I know he has been following the channel for at least a month, because he used to come around and then my channel wasn't really getting much attention for a while. It's like they were not pushing me out. Anyway, then he found us again recently. Leviticus chapter 6. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, when a person sins and acts unfaithfully against the Lord and deceives his companion in regard to a deposit or a security entrusted to him, or through robbery, or if he has extorted from his companion, or has found what was lost and lied about it and sworn falsely, so that he sins in regard to any one of the things a man may do, then it shall be, when he sins and becomes guilty, that he shall restore what he took by robbery, or what he got by extortion, or the deposit which was entrusted to him, or the lost thing which he found, or anything about which he swore falsely. He shall make restitution for it in full, and add to it 1/5 more. He shall give it to the one to whom it belongs on the day he presents his guilt offering. Then he shall bring to the priest his guilt offering to the Lord, a ram without defect from the flock, according to your valuation, for a guilt offering, and the priest shall make atonement for him before the Lord, and he will be forgiven for any one of the things which he may have done to incur guilt. Do you want out, Gary? Hang on, guys. I gotta let my kitty cat out. You want to go out? I'll let you out. You want to go out? This one, no, Sydney. Nobody else is out there. You want Kirby to come in? No? Okay. Here, Sid. I love you. Okay. Oh, hey, Alina. How are you doing tonight? I'm glad to see you. Okay. Oh, Gary, it startled me. You decided to come back, huh? Okay. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command Aaron and his sons, saying, this is the law for the burnt offering. The burnt offering itself shall remain on the hearth of the altar all night until the morning, and the fire on the altar is to be kept burning on it. The priest is to put on his linen robe, and he shall put on undergarments next to his flesh, and he shall take up the ashes to which the fire reduces the burnt offering on the altar, and place them beside the altar. Then he shall take off his garments and put on other garments, and carry the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. The fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It shall not go out, but the priest shall burn wood on it every morning, and he shall lay out the burnt offering on it, and offer up in smoke the fat portions of the peace offerings on it. Fire shall be kept burning continually on the altar. It is not to go out. Now this is the law of the grain offering. The sons of Aaron shall present it before the Lord in front of the altar. Then one of them shall lift up from it a handful of the fine flour of the grain offering, with its oil and all the incense that is on the grain offering, and he shall offer it up in smoke on the altar, a soothing aroma, as its memorial offering to the Lord. What is left of it, Aaron and his sons are to eat. It shall be eaten as unleavened cakes in a holy place. They are to eat it in the court of the tent of meeting. Do you want out, kitten, or not? I guess I'll try to let her out again. Okay. I love you. Out you go. Oh, I see. They're out there. Okay. I'm doing good. Thank you, Alina. Okay. It shall not be baked with leaven. I have given it as their share from my offerings by fire. It is most holy, like the sin offering and the guilt offering. Every male among the sons of Aaron may eat it. It is a permanent ordinance throughout your generations, from the offerings by fire to the Lord. Oh, the kitten that was in here, Bagheera or Giri. Whoever touches them will become consecrated. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, this is the offering which Aaron and his sons are to present to the Lord on the day when he is anointed, the 10th of an ephah of fine flour as a regular grain offering, half of it in the morning and half of it in the evening. It shall be prepared with oil on a griddle. When it is well stirred, you shall bring it. You shall present the grain offering in baked pieces as a soothing aroma to the Lord. The anointed priest who will be in his place among his sons shall offer it. By a permanent ordinance, it shall be entirely offered up in smoke to the Lord. So every grain offering for the priest shall be burned entirely. It shall not be eaten. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of the sin offering. In the place where the burnt offering is slain, the sin offering shall be slain before the Lord. It is most holy. The priest who offers it for sin shall eat it. It shall be eaten in a holy place in the court of the tent of meeting. Anyone who touches its flesh will become consecrated, and when any of its blood splashes on a garment in a holy place, you shall wash what was splashed on. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to get rid of someone over there in the other stream. In the nicest way. Goodbye. Also, the earthenware vessel in which it was boiled shall be broken, and if it was boiled in a bronze vessel, then it shall be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It is most holy. But no sin offering of which any of the blood is brought into the tent of meeting to make atonement in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. And that was Leviticus chapter 6. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. How is everybody doing tonight? And in a little less than an hour and a half, remember to spring forward if you do that where you're at. And I'm going to take a drink and then we'll get started on the next chapter. All right, Leviticus chapter 7. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Now this is the law of the guilt offering. Actually, let me make sure I unmuted myself. I did. Okay. Now this is the law of the guilt offering. It is most holy. In the place where they slay the burnt offering, they are to slay the guilt offering, and he shall sprinkle its blood around on the altar. Then he shall offer from it all its fat, the fat tail and the fat that covers the entrails, and the 2 kidneys with the fat that is on them, which is on the loins, and the lobe of the liver he shall remove with the kidneys. The priest shall offer them up in smoke on the altar as an offering by fire to the Lord. It is a guilt offering. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It shall be eaten in a holy place. It is most holy. The guilt offering is like the sin offering. There is one law for them. The priest who makes atonement with it shall have it. Hi. I'm trying to get your costumes?
Yes.
Okay. Also the priest who presents any man's burnt offering, that priest shall have for himself the skin of the burnt offering which he has presented. Likewise, every grain offering that is baked in the oven and everything prepared in a pan or on a griddle shall belong to the priest who presents it. Every grain offering mixed with oil or dry shall belong to all the sons of Aaron, to all alike. You tried to join the disco. Yeah, just a second. Oh, where is it? There it is. Oh, the Discord server. Sorry, I was sitting there hunting for the disco balls. You weren't able to join? I can send the Discord link. Give me just a second. As soon as I find it. Yeah, here we go. Here's the link for you if that's what you mean, or for anybody else who might want to join. And I'll pin that up at the top. There we go. For those just coming in, I am reading Leviticus chapter 7. If you need prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Now this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which shall be presented to the Lord. If he offers it by way of thanksgiving, then along with the sacrifice of the thanksgiving he shall offer unleavened cakes mixed with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil, and cakes of well-stirred fine flour mixed with oil. With the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving, he shall present his offering with cakes of leavened bread. Of this he shall present one of every offering as a contribution to the Lord. It shall belong to the priest who sprinkles the blood of the peace offerings. Now as for the flesh of the sacrifice of his thanksgiving peace offerings, it shall be eaten on the day of his offering. He shall not leave any of it over until morning. But if the sacrifice of his offering is a votive or freewill offering, it shall be eaten on the day that he offers his sacrifice. And on the next day, what is left of it may be eaten, but what is left over from the flesh of the sacrifice on the third day shall be burned with fire. So if any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings should ever be eaten on the third day, he who offers it will not be accepted, and it shall be an offensive thing, and the person who eats of it will bear his own iniquity. Oh yeah, we love Josiah Queen. That's probably my eldest son's favorite Christian artist. Have you heard of Jervis? I think it's Jervis Campbell. I just discovered him, and his music is beautiful. Also, the flesh that touches anything unclean shall not be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. As for other flesh, anyone who is clean may eat such flesh, but the person who eats the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which belongs to the Lord, is in his uncleanness. That person shall be cut off from his people. When anyone touches anything unclean, whether human uncleanness or an unclean animal or any unclean detestable thing, and eats of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings which belong to the Lord, that person shall be cut off from his people. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, You shall not eat any fat from an ox, a sheep, or a goat. Also the fat of an animal which dies, and the fat of an animal torn by beasts may be put to any other use, but you must certainly not eat it. For whoever eats the fat of the animal from which an offering by fire is offered to the Lord, even the person who eats shall be cut off from his people. You are not to eat any blood, either of bird or animal, in any of your dwellings. Any person who eats any blood, even that person shall be cut off from his people. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the sons of Israel, saying, He who offers the sacrifice of his peace offerings to the Lord shall bring his offering to the Lord from the sacrifice of his peace offerings. His own hands are to bring offerings by fire to the Lord. He shall bring the fat with the breast, that the breast may be presented as a wave offering before the Lord. The priest shall offer up the fat and smoke on the altar, but the breast shall belong to Aaron and his sons. You shall give the right thigh to the priest as a contribution from the sacrifices of your peace offerings. The one among the sons of Aaron who offers the blood of the peace offerings and the fat, the right thigh shall be his as his portion. For I have taken the breast of the wave offering and the thigh of the contribution from the sons of Israel, from the sacrifices of their peace offerings, and have given them to Aaron the priest and to his sons as their due forever from the sons of Israel. Excuse me. This is that which is consecrated to Aaron, and that which is consecrated to his sons from the offerings by fire to the Lord, in that day when he presented them to serve as priests to the Lord. These the Lord has commanded to be given them from the sons of Israel in the day that he anointed them. It is their due forever throughout their generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, the grain offering and the sin offering, and the guilt offering and the ordination offering, and the sacrifice of peace offerings, which the Lord commanded Moses at Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the sons of Israel to present their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. And that was Leviticus chapter 7. Welcome to those just coming in. God bless you. If anybody needs prayer, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Leviticus chapter 8. And I think I will read chapters 8 and 9 and then end the stream for tonight. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments and the anointing oil, and the bowl of the sin offering, and the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened bread, and assemble all the congregation at the doorway of the tent of meeting. So Moses did just as the Lord commanded him. When the congregation was assembled at the doorway of the tent of meeting, Moses said to the congregation, This is the thing which the Lord has commanded to do. Then Moses had Aaron and his sons come near and wash them with water. He put the tunic on him and girded him with the sash and clothed him with the robe and put the ephod on him. And he girded him with the artistic band of the ephod with which he tied it to him. He then placed the breastpiece on him, and in the breastpiece he put the Urim and the Thummim. He also placed the turban on his head, and on the turban at its front he placed the golden plate, the holy crown, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Moses then took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was in it, and consecrated them. He sprinkled some of it on the altar 7 times, and anointed the altar and all its utensils, and the basin and its stand, to consecrate them. Then he poured some of the anointing oil on Aaron's head and anointed him, to consecrate him. Next, Moses had Aaron's sons come near and clothed them with tunics and girded them with sashes and bound caps on them, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he brought the bull of the sin offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the bull of the sin offering. Next, Moses slaughtered it and took the blood, and with his finger put some of it around on the horns of the altar and purified the altar. Then he poured some of the rest of the blood at the base of the altar and consecrated it to make atonement for it. He also took all the fat that was on the entrails and the lobe of the liver and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and Moses offered it up in smoke on the altar. But the bull and its hide and its flesh and its refuse he burned in the fire outside the camp, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he presented the ram of the burnt offering, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram. Moses slaughtered it and sprinkled the blood around on the altar. When he had cut the ram into its pieces, Moses offered up the head and the pieces and the soot in smoke. After he had washed the entrails and the legs with water, Moses offered up the whole ram in smoke on the altar. It was a burnt offering for a soothing aroma. It was an offering by fire to the Lord, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Then he presented the second ram, the ram of ordination, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands on the head of the ram. Moses slaughtered it and took some of its blood and put it on the lobe of Aaron's right ear, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. He also had Aaron's sons come near, and Moses put some of the blood on the lobe of their right ear, and on the thumb of their right hand, and on the big toe of their right foot. Moses then sprinkled the rest of the blood around on the altar. He took the fat and the fat tail and all the fat that was on the entrails and the lobe of the liver and the 2 kidneys and their fat and the right thigh. From the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took 1 unleavened cake and 1 cake of bread mixed with oil and 1 wafer, and placed them on the portions of fat and on the right thigh. He then put all these on the hands of Aaron and on the hands of his sons, and presented them as a wave offering before the Lord. Then Moses took them from their hands and offered them up in smoke on the altar with the burnt offering. They were an ordination offering for a soothing aroma. It was an offering by fire to the Lord. Moses also took the breast and presented it for a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' portion of the ram of ordination, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. So Moses took some of the anointing oil and some of the blood which was on the altar, and sprinkled it on Aaron, on his garments, on his sons, and on the garments of his sons with him. And he consecrated Aaron, his garments, and his sons, and the garments of his sons with him. Then Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, "Boil the flesh at the doorway of the tent of meeting, and eat it there, with the bread which is in the basket of the ordination offering, just as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. The remainder of the flesh and of the bread you shall burn in the fire. You shall not go outside the doorway of the tent of meeting for 7 days, until the day that the period of your ordination is fulfilled, for he will ordain you through 7 days. The Lord has commanded to do as has been done this day, to make atonement on your behalf. At the doorway of the tent of meeting, moreover, you shall remain day and night for 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord, so that you will not die, for so I have been commanded." Thus Aaron and his sons did all the things which the Lord had commanded through Moses. And that was Leviticus chapter 8. Let me see. Yeah, you can post that in the music channel on the Discord server. Okay, Leviticus chapter 9. Now it came about on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel, and he said to Aaron, "Take for yourself a bull for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering, both without defect, and offer them before the Lord. Then to the sons of Israel you shall speak, saying, Take a male goat for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both 1 year old, without defect, for a burnt offering, and an ox and a ram for peace offerings to sacrifice before the Lord, and a grain offering mixed with oil, for today the Lord will appear to you." So they took what Moses had commanded to the front of the tent of meeting, and the whole congregation came near and stood before the Lord. Moses said, "This is the thing which the Lord has commanded you to do, that the glory of the Lord may appear to you." Moses then said to Aaron, "Come near to the altar and offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, that you may make atonement for yourself and for the people. Then make the offering for the people, that you may make atonement for them, just as the Lord has commanded." So Aaron came near to the altar and slaughtered the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. Aaron's sons presented the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood and put some on the horns of the altar, and poured out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. The fat and the kidneys and the lobe of the liver of the sin offering he then offered up in smoke on the altar, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. The flesh and the skin, however, he burned with fire outside the camp. Then he slaughtered the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons handed the blood to him, and he sprinkled it around on the altar. They handed the burnt offering to him in pieces with the head, and he offered them up in smoke on the altar. He also washed the entrails and the legs and offered them up in smoke with the burnt offering on the altar. Then he presented the people's offering, and took the goat of the sin offering, which was for the people, and slaughtered it and offered it for sin, like the first. He also presented the burnt offering and offered it according to the ordinance. Next he presented the grain offering, and filled his hand with some of it, and offered it up in smoke on the altar, besides the burnt offering of the morning. Then he slaughtered the ox and the ram, the sacrifice of peace offerings, which was for the people, and Aaron's sons handed the blood to him, and he sprinkled it around on the altar. As for the portions of fat from the ox and from the ram, the fat tail and the fat covering, and the kidneys and the lobe of the liver, they now placed the portions of fat on the breasts, and he offered them up in smoke on the altar. But the breasts and the right thigh Aaron presented as a wave offering before the Lord, just as Moses had commanded. Then Aaron lifted up his hands toward the people and blessed them, and he stepped down after making the sin offering and the burnt offering and the peace offerings. Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting. When they came out and blessed the people, the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. Then fire came out from before the Lord and consumed the burnt offerings and the portions of fat on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces. And that was Leviticus chapter 9. And that is where I'm going to be ending tonight. If anybody needs prayer before I log off, feel free to jump in the comments. I'm happy to pray for you. God bless each of you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Rebel. Love you guys. God bless. And don't forget to set your clocks forward an hour in an hour for spring forward if you do that where you're at. So God bless and have a good rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.